Hello, everybody. Welcome to Empires of Arcadia. I am Koibu, and I'll be your DM for the evening. We've got a good show for you today. We are nearing the end of our adventure. So before we get there, why don't we swing through the party and let's get some thoughts on how the game has been thus far now that you're approaching the end. And let's start with Devin Nash.
Hi. What are you looking for? And like,
well, we're nearing the end of the campaign. Let's take a moment to take a short look back. What do you think about it? What are your highlights or something that you wish to speak on?
Sure. I'm really big on persistent worlds existing through many years and sort of the way that we change them. And I think it's very cool that we got the opportunity to change the island of Bravo, which is like a living part of your world, and that our characters actually, at least hopefully through this episode, but it seems to be our characters got through to that point and were able to make a difference. That feels really good. It feels like this was a living and breathing world, this island was, that it had a lot of different ways that we could have gone about things. So we could have had a completely different campaign if we just rampaged through every town and fucked everybody up and figured that out. It feels like as the story went on, we found more and more creative solutions for things, even culminated in trading a deep spawn items for something, which is really cool. And so the party kind of came together as time went on. For Flintheart's character personally, I was concerned with his RP early on and how he was going to accomplish things, because there were some fights he was taking and there were some fights he wasn't taking and things like that. But from an Oath and Conquest standpoint, right, his main focus was always to unite the dwarves. That finally actually happened, so I got to live to see my character sort of accomplish his foci, which is a really cool thing, and do it in an unexpected way. It wasn't this epic, we marched an army of dwarves over. It's we did a trade, we got the item, we come back, right? And I thought that was really creative and very neat. So I guess that's my take on it. Overall, just very cool to be a part of a living, breathing world. And maybe somebody comes across the island someday and there we are, and just doing something on it. Who knows? It'd be cool.
Well, it was built on other things, and other things will build upon this as well.
Wait, something.
Let's flip.
I have a quick question about that. The people that we fought, I couldn't tell. You made a half reference. In the Sideways dungeon, were those references to other people that you've had in your campaigns, or no?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, the history of this island is still being played out in some other campaigns, and at some point, those figures will probably pop up as NPCs. But we're seeing them here when they're dead, as opposed to when they were at their heyday.
Gotcha. Okay,
that's cool.
Yeah. Ziz, what about you? Any quick thoughts on things on the story thus far?
Yeah, I love it. It's just being a constantly evolving adventure. We've just done so many things, and I feel like it's been a good variance of probably more combat heavy, but the deep spawn thing was crazy, and just I don't know, the style you play D&D is really fun. I love how difficult it is. That's my favorite part so far. I feel like I've really had to think. I've died several times. It's been great. I love it. I love how difficult it is.
Trump, what is your character's thoughts on the development of the island? Did you bring it together in the way that you had wanted? Devin touched on the fact that it could have been different. It could have been a violent takeover. But as the only OG character left, do you feel this is the way you wanted it to go?
When Devin said that, I had a thought. It's it would have been really interesting to just bend everyone to our will, do a evil campaign, unite them all that way. Which probably could have been done, or could have done a mix. But Zai's character is one of believing in prosperous trade, and I think that as someone who's been in the party the whole time, I've tried to guide the party towards the prosper together as a island route, and it's worked so well that even a deep spawn has found favorable trading terms.
Leave you guys with that. I can't believe you. Last but not least, Destiny, do you think it would have been more fun to do it the bloodthirsty way, where you're sacking towns and defeating their guardians and finding ways to sneak in and assassinate their leadership? Or is this peaceful shit cool with you too?
I think the peaceful stuff is cool. This is, I think for the most part, everything is pretty cool. Something that would have been interesting, I think, but maybe a lot harder to do. Actually, something that would have been really fun would have been to have another group of 4 people from a different city competing to align the island under their people. I think that would have been really interesting. They could have been NPCs, but having another actual 4 D&D players that start off as like either the elves or in Bastion or whatever, trying to unite the towns, and then us figuring out if we're all going to come together or if we're going to try to kill each other and go to war would have been interesting. But yeah, I think
That'd be cool.
peace is,
would've been cool.
peace is good. It's a crazy world out there, so if we can have a little bit of peace in our fantasy worlds, all the better for our brains.
So close to it. To bring the last of the towns into the fold, all you have to do is get the last 2 books for the Wizards of Riki. You know where they are. Atop the White Butte Mesa, in the ruins of Necrot, there is a cloud giant lair, a sky castle, as it may be, above the clouds. And within that sky castle, on the nightstand of one of the giants, are the 2 books. All you gotta do is get them.
So big.
Oh, that's it?
Just get them, yeah, and bring them home. Just a couple of cloud. Well, no one knows how many cloud giants. At least 1 cloud giant, and in the sky. It should be easy for you guys, right? You're level 10-ish. I think you're all 10.
Almost.
Yeah. So let's do it. Our party is in Riki after trudging their way back from the swamp last week. Here you guys are. The town is quiet and peaceful on the morning when you all wake up ready to go. The other wizards are sleeping in, sort of celebrating the return of the hammer, knowing that they're soon to be in the fold, and taking the morning to themselves to kind of relax and take it easy as you gather your gear and set out. Anything you guys want to say or do before you leave Riki?
Well, we are definitely going to teleport to Ember's Keep, but I'll ask the party, how do you feel? Do you want to get those books through a stealth mission, or do you want to try out that new hammer?
Oh, yeah. Was the Devin's sword a lot better than mine? I think my axe is better, right?
I think the sword. I think we determined the sword's better.
What's your sword? What's the damage roll?
Koibu knows.
But I can't even use the shield, can I?
I'm still using my shield. I'm using a hammer and a shield. But if you just wield the sword, you get extra fire damage. I think you have like action surge, so it should do way more damage for you.
What was the damage?
Wait, you're asking if the sword is better than your hammer thing? I'm almost positive the sword is better.
No. For me, sword's better than my axe.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah,
The
probably.
sword is D8 plus 2d6, and you do a D16. Your D16 is going to be 8.5 damage on average. 2d6 is 7. 1d8 is 4.5. So yeah, it'll be the flame tongue sword is going to be statistically better for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It would really suck if we got all this way and then wiped to a party of cloud giants.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think it would be awesome.
What's that?
I think it would be awesome.
Sure, up to you.
We're also like 1,000 XP away from leveling.
Oh my god! Wait, no, I'm 10 XP away from level. Can we kill like a wombat? Like, yeah. Can we do something minor that like, can you like grind a fight out if we're like literally 1 hit point away from leveling?
How much are you away from leveling? 1,000?
No, I'm like 15. Remember we rolled that?
Right, you were 15.
I'm 1,000.
So I'm literally 39 from leveling.
Right, but we resolved this last session. You rolled
I
a
know.
D100 to get XP.
That's why I'm asking for other alternatives.
I think you just gotta. We'll see where we get today, and if we're at a nice ending point, we'll get XP at the end of the session.
But this is possibly the last session.
There's 0% chance unless we die.
What?
It's possibly not. I mean, for this to be the last session, you guys would have to get up there, get the book, get home, bring everyone together, and like chat. Like, there's no way we're gonna get through everything.
Well, we
But there's
also.
2 sessions.
I don't think we've decided how we're going to resolve the dwarven stuff either.
True.
It would be very difficult for this to be the last session. You guys would have to be really focused to get it done. And
Okay.
history shows us that's not the case.
Yeah.
Unless you want me to
not-
take the reins, we can get this shit done in 2 hours, boys. Corin pipes up. Well, we got a ton of different gizmos and gadgets here for sneaking around. So we got potions, we've got amulets. If you guys want to do this as a sneaking mission, it should be pretty easy to get in and out. If any giants see us, we kill them on the way. Get out with the books, we come back. It should be pretty quick smash and grab.
Why not start as a sneaking mission? And if it's not a sneaking mission, it becomes a bashing mission.
We start as a sneaking mission. Sounds fine. Might become a killing mission, though, if too many giants set their eyes upon us. How do we feel? Anybody disagree with the sneaking?
No.
Aye, it's decided
shit,
then.
I'm so-
Too late. Let's go. From Riki
I agree with you.
to Necrot. We can take one of these portal gizmos to Ember's Keep, maybe, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, then we do it to Ember's Keep.
Everybody fully rested and everything.
They should be. If they're not, that's on them.
Does anyone need a long rest? Did we already do a long rest while you got your XP?
Um,
I think we're good.
we did XP, right? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, but I
Oh.
just make sure everyone's got the long rest that they may or may not need.
Yeah, also, something we need to keep in mind here. Where are these giants at again?
In the ruins of Necrot.
In the ruins of Necrot.
Clouds.
We probably want to stop by that one place and make our magical items charge for a bit.
Oh.
Absolutely no reason not to. I see Zai over there is getting a little flustered, approaching the end of his days, knowing that he can only draw breath so much longer before that old back of his gives out. I've seen you move fast enough to be able to endure a week of camping inside of a pretty crystal cave. You'll be fine. Also,
That sounds smart for this.
we also need to be aware we're going to be on top of a giant fucking island. All of you have your potions of freefall, correct?
Yep.
Let us convene with the god of this campaign and make sure that we are able to drink that as we are falling, or is that going to take too long? Do we need to prepare that
long
in a
as
special way?
You can't drink it if you fall for like 1 second, but if you're falling for more than 6 seconds, you have more than a round.
Okay, gotcha. So that should be fine then, as long as we all of us have a potion of free falling or a feather fall.
Does Sai even need one? Can he ever die from fall damage?
I think if you fall off like a fucking island, yeah. If you feel like a
Well,
Terraria
I think
island,
technically,
yeah.
unless Koibu changed it, I think 5e rules is written. I don't know if we can die. Isn't there a cap on free fall? Isn't it like 10d6?
Yes,
It's
there
like,
is.
which is really dumb. That's like 31 average damage if I fell from the fucking moon to the
I
earth
think
or
it's
something.
20d6.
Oh,
Yeah.
20d6? It's still pretty low though. Average of 60 something? 70 damage?
Average of 70 damage, yeah. So if it does kill you, you'll just be making death saving throws, which you're probably going to pass anyway. And if it doesn't kill you,
Is there anything special that we need to traverse these clouds? Are we going to be able to walk on them as normal people?
We did a lot of research on this, remember? So we determined two things. One, it's really important what time we go. And two, we can just walk on it. They're awake during the twilight hours. So we know when to go, when to get them to go to sleep.
Twilight and that
And
includes dawn and dusk.
Dawn
Yes?
and dusk.
Yep.
Yeah, so if we go midday or midnight, we'll be okay. Yeah.
Okay. Do we need anything special to travel on the clouds?
Nope. We did the research on that too.
We can just
So
walk on them and it's
they're
fine?
just- Yep. And the cloud giants can't control them and make them fall through them. It's like magical ground created
Okay,
over
yeah.
time. Is the way he described it.
Koibu, you're nodding with that, right?
I wasn't paying attention.
We can just walk on the cloud. We're not going to get there and like, oh, you fall through the cloud and die, right? We can.
I mean, that's what you guys had heard before.
Okay,
right?
we're just confirming we heard that. Okay.
Yeah.
Do we feel
We
like
heard it was like magical ground, like StarCraft 2, like creep.
Sure. Do we need any climbing gear or any special temperature gear? Is it going to be really cold up in the clouds or anything like that we need to be aware of?
Dude, you're like David Blaine in Ascension and shit, figuring this shit
Well,
out.
I just want to make sure we got it all so we're not crying about it when we get there.
It will probably be cold up on top of mountains. If you're going to spend extended periods up there, you might want cold weather gear. But that's sort of like the only place in the world where it would be cold. The rest of the jungle is a hot, humid mess. So I don't think there's much in the way of like cold weather gear to go around. So maybe just don't spend like
A
weeks
week
on
up there.
end freezing in the clouds.
Cool, no problem. All right. Okay. Anybody can think of anything else?
I'm just worried what the hammer's gonna do when it's super powered. It's just gonna like slam it once and the world's like, pfft.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I should address this now.
Uh-oh.
That hammer, you've said when you hit with it, it has a 15-foot radius from you, right? That stuns?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, so that includes us, yeah?
Does it?
Yeah, it is. The only person not affected is the wielder.
Okay.
So
Okay. Really important question. if the hammer is thrown and strikes something, does it still do the AoE damage?
Devin can throw the hammer around at stuff and find that no, it will not do the AoE damage when thrown.
Okay, so it must be held.
The other thing too is that we don't want to throw that and have a cloud giant pick it up. That would be very bad
fall
memes.
Off a cloud and just plummet somewhere to the earth again.
Nice. And we can't find it ever again. Yeah. I'll just hold on to it. If I'm within 15 feet, I'll not use it, I guess.
Okay. Oh, if you ever keep this island in the future, something that would be really cute if we do fight cloud giants or whatever, if there are ever storms on the island, maybe people would say like, oh, anytime there's lightning, that's Flintheart fighting cloud giants and the clouds are, yeah, and the hammer, right? Yeah.
That's pretty cute.
That's insane.
That's nice.
Okay, off to Ember's Keep. I'm
That might be
holding
the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
I'm holding Dragon
I've known this guy
Claws.
for like 6 years.
I'm holding Dragon Claws in Ember's Keep. Does anybody else have gear there? Do we need to do anything with these? Like, were we ever gonna make
Yes, we need another set of tea.
another set of
Cool.
tea?
Yeah, that's a triple backup plan. Like before we have to, whatchamacallit, fight, we can also maybe get away with talking with the giants. Who knows?
Oh, and we can't tell him we killed that one thing that was his pet. Remember, it got all mad.
Right. The spider.
We're
Oh, it was a
pacifists.
spider
We have
pet.
never killed anything.
I don't think that he ever saw any of us.
He didn't.
So they, yeah, just so Koibu knows that, unless they're psychic or something. Okay, yeah, then we're good to go, right? You guys all have climbing gear, whatever we need to get through the mountains, because we're gonna be
I
hiking
commissioned
again.
another set of giant tea set in Ember's Keep.
Okay,
And we grab it before we go.
sure. You can wake up Bethany. You'll find her in her chambers. She'll teleport you guys to Ember's Keep. You can head on out into the middle of the swamp, or the town in the middle of the swamp. Go about commissioning your tea set, making your final preparations. You have all the gear, it sounds like. You just need the tea set, which
Yep.
they will make happily on your behalf, and then off we go. Okay. So you know there's a route through the mountains over here. There's a valley that you can climb up pretty easily to get into the heart of it. And then from there, it'll still be the normal hex of exploration up here. And then we'll have to spiral up the White Butte Mesa into the clouds. So first, let's get us to the mountains, which is...
Sure. First was the crystal cave in this hex, the bottom right, or this hex, the bottom left?
It was to the left, yeah.
Okay.
So we'll do this, and then a day of hiking this way
Yep.
to the Crystal Cave.
Yep.
All right. So 1, 2, 3 encounter checks. Someone roll me 3d20.
Yep.
First one will be through the swamp. The rest will be through the jungle.
One encounter.
Ooh, almost correct.
Oh, but the last one's through the swamp, so it's not an encounter?
Yeah, can you roll me d100s is for your time in the swamp?
You can serious is.
You guys can pass a small group of one giant crocodile and 2 small crocodiles very easily these days. We're not going to worry about it. And then give me an encounter for the jungle. Only that D100s is.
Wait, oh, sorry.
27. Giant gorillas are no match for you. We're not even going to worry about it. Okay. You get to the base of the valley. Here, it's nice and warm. You can see the mountains arising before you. This valley that you've been through before. You've fought polycanthuses in it. Gorillas. You've seen a jungle worm near the top of this valley somewhere once upon a time. Let's set off a bit. So, Devin Nash, roll me
Hi.
a d20.
I take the ring of free action for a bit and don't do that. Is that cool?
Excellent.
Nice.
Destiny, roll me a d20.
Oh, wait, he has to roll one too?
I have a ring.
Yeah, I thought you wanted the free action of not having to be the person to roll the die.
I thought
I
that
still
I
use
thought that I'm the only one in the party that has to wear one to do that.
All right. Destiny was getting around that with the monkey changing.
Nope,
thing.
I have a ring of free
I was
action.
talking-
I have a ring of
I
free
didn't
action as
mean
well.
about
So
the The climbing. I needed an encounter check from you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I thought you
my,
just wanted
my
to not
bad.
have to roll the encounter check.
I take the ring of free action. I don't get an encounter.
I thought that was the joke you were making. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's like that Final Fantasy item that it's no encounter you can equip. You know the materia.
No.
Just me. Okay, I'll just go fuck myself. It's a 3. Yeah.
Oh wait, enemy encounter materia for the encounter rate to go down. Yes.
Bam.
I know
Yes.
exactly what you're talking about.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Trump, will you roll me a d4 plus 2?
Sure.
Uh-oh.
Monka Omega.
Roll the ruse.
Oh.
6 troll ruse. I'll be done, dude.
Oh, or OZs maybe.
I'll
Hell
be
yeah.
so mad if this is 6 troll ruse and we wipe the same full circle, meet the new boss, same as the old boss. We go all the way back around and wipe to troll ruse at the end, as we did in the beginning.
No, it's not troll ruse.
Okay.
Probably that. Jungle worm?
No. Let me just prepare the map.
Oh no.
So you guys are hiking up this canyon. There's this big mountain stream that you have to sort of walk along where it's easiest to traverse. Sometimes you have to go well off the stream to get where you need to go. This is not one of those times. This is one of those times where you're switchbacking back and forth across the stream. How many did you roll? 6?
Oh no no
It's
no
fine.
no no no.
It's gonna be fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. You shouldn't worry about it.
T-Rexes.
Roll 20, you silly machine, you. Why aren't you giving us the hit points for these creatures automatically?
Wait, is it finally Baba the Jaga?
Baba the Jaga. That's the one.
Yaga the Baba?
Baba the jogger, the amazing cardio. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. Running with her 5-pound weights through the suburbs of Bravo. Mm-hmm.
She's like an old woman doing Tai Chi, I imagine her.
Power walking.
And
Oh, yeah.
Can I get... You guys are just traveling normally through the mountains, because that's what it takes to go through here. Can I get a perception check from the person with the best perception in the party?
That is not me.
I
3.
think that's Zai.
Yep. I roll perception. Wow.
Oh, that's real bad.
Or as Koibu would say, real
wow.
good.
Oh, wow. You guys are ambushed as you're
Ooh.
hiking up this area. And you know, it's a tough trail. You guys are kind of spaced out a little bit as you're hiking. As you all know, when you go hiking on a particularly difficult section of trail, sometimes you stop to help each other. Sometimes someone goes ahead to scout something. Sometimes you just get a little tired of waiting for people, and so you're a little bit spread out on this section. Corin, I think Corin and the monk are probably the lightest, easiest travelers at this point.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be towards the front, and our creatures, our pack of green dragon wormlings
What?
is
Shit.
sitting and hiding in wait for something to come through this valley, and they're going to pop out of their hiding spaces behind rocks from out under the water and start off our combat. So would someone roll initiative for the party?
I shall roll initiative. I'm
Actually,
feeling.
they get an ambush round, but you'll roll initiative for the next round.
This is
Okay,
huge. This is bad memes.
This is 1,000 experience. That's all I'm thinking.
What? No way. This has got to be more than that, I think.
All
Well,
right.
You
that's
can't
all I
get
need.
experience if you're dead.
Just don't get hit.
Start the ambush. This guy at the base of the waterfall will crane his neck out
Cream.
and spew his toxic gas all over the dwarf.
Excuse me, I do not consent to breath weapons.
This creature is breaking your rule of consent.
That
You're
can't
gonna have
be.
to. Well, you
I'm
know,
gonna make it
sometimes
twit longer.
the world.
I would just like to
sometimes
remind
the world doesn't
Koibu
respect you.
that the last DM that broke the consent of one of their players no longer DMs on the internet, so be careful with that.
I'm sorry. Let's let the breath weapon through. Okay, do the damage.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw, Mr. Dwarf.
Okay.
I think you have advantage against poison saves because you're a dwarf. Is that true? Am I making
Resistant.
that up?
No, you're not. You're not. Though I never would have remembered it. Thank you. Con save. I don't think I have advantage to con saves. I think I'm just resistant. I think I'm
Is it
resistant to it.
poison damage?
Yeah. It's
You
a,
take a quarter.
yeah.
Okay, so you will pass, and you will take a quarter of this 66. You'll take a quarter of 25, which is like
Wait,
4.
doesn't he take
Is that
even less?
six?
If he's
Yeah,
got
isn't it-
poison resistance and
a
he's got the
successful
ring
save.
of acid and a successful save, so he takes
I
There's
half.
think
no
the
acid involved.
Acid's not. Yeah, acid's not poison.
Oh.
Acid's
Yeah.
not involved. Yeah.
But I do think Zizaran is right because I take half from the con save and then another half from the resistance, right?
Yeah.
'cause
So
if-
you'll take 6
I don't know how
damage instead of 25.
okay, 6 damage.
Yeah.
I don't know how resistance works in in 5e,
It
but
just halves all damage.
okay. Mhm.
Up at the top, we will get a similar thing as one dragon over here crawls to this spot, or more like leaps up with a flap of its wings, lands on the rock as you guys are ambushed, caught by surprise, and breathe. Oh, it's a 15-foot cone. He
Oh.
cannot reach both of you.
That's
But he will
unfortunate.
breathe his poison all over Corin.
Oh, sad.
DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
Alert.
That is a pass. You will take half of 6 and 6 is 12, 2 is 14, 5 is 19, and 6 is 25. So you'll take 12. The next dragon will crawl his way out of the water and spew poison all over you as well. Give me another con save.
Koibu, I can make these all fucking day.
This is a good one. Oh, wow, that's a really good save.
Yeah, wow.
15 plus 12 is 27, plus 1 is 28, divided by 2 is 14. The one over here on the right will pop out and blast the Barbarian. Same. Give me your con save. 13 is a pass. 10, 15, 20, 26 divided by 2 is 13 for you. And then this one over here will pop out and also hit Corn in the front. This is going to be 20, 30 damage. Corin, give me a con save for half.
Oh, okay. Oh man.
Pass. Take 15.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just baby dragons, right? They're just wormlings.
Oh yeah.
They're not that terrifying.
In the future, I have an ability that allows me to re-roll one saving throw. So I think don't tell me the damage until I roll, because if you would have told me like 60 damage there, I would have used it, but I would have been metagaming. Just as a heads up, yeah.
What is this ability?
It's called Indomitable. It's a 9th level fighter ability. Put it in chat.
Nice. Love it. Okay. That is the ambush round. We've already rolled initiative. The party reacts first. Go for it.
There's one more up there, Koibu.
Thank you. I didn't
You're
even
welcome.
see that guy.
Great job.
Well, it sounds like he
Trumpets.
wasn't paying attention.
He comes on down as well, joining in with the rest of his brothers and sisters and poisons on Corin.
18 episodes in, and we still don't know what team Trump's on, dude.
Hey, I rolled the 6 on purpose, you know?
19 divided by 2 is 9 for you.
Okay.
Okay, now the party gets to go. Thank you, Trump.
Easy.
Right. Trump, I can run up here to here and get here.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
You will take, I think,
No, I
an
won't.
opportunity.
No, I'm
No?
nowhere near.
Weren't you right here?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think his range.
What?
Never mind. Nope. His bite range is only 5 feet. I thought it was 10. They got long necks.
Okay.
You know.
Well, I think we've been together enough to know the signals of what we're trying to do, so I'm going to make a wide enough berth to not get into this guy's opportunity range and go over here.
I
Just
rage.
running across rocks.
Yep. Just scaling them diagonally.
I rage, and let's one-hit a dragon.
Yeah, they're little wormlings. They're little hatchling dragons. These guys must be maybe 20 years old or something. Quite young. Your flame tongue will whap him good. For you're adding one set of superiority dice.
Wait. No, I haven't clicked superiority dice. I just clicked the damage. I just clicked flame tongue.
That's weird.
Uh-oh.
Why is it rolling your superiority dice when you roll damage?
We'll be back on a break, guys.
Try it again. Roll the attack again and roll the damage off the new attack.
No, it's just pulled. I don't have it. Oh, there.
Just the flame tongue again and damage off of the flame tongue, the new flame tongue. There we go. Okay. Woo. So
It's not doing fire damage.
It's also not doing fire damage. What is going on here? Oh. Okay. Roll this off. Roll the damage off the new flame tongue. Here we go. Now we got it sorted. Perfect. All right. So you hit twice. You do 11 plus 9 and 10 plus 7. That's 20
4.
and 20. 37 plus 4 is 41.
41 damage.
To the dragon in front of you. Who
Ow.
has no defensive abilities and does not die. But you
Wait,
hack
wait,
into the dragon
hello?
once on a shoulder.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't get to say I want to add one superiority die.
Oh. Okay.
There.
Superiority dice are 3 damage. You hack into the dragon twice, bringing it low, so very low.
Oh.
But
Oh
not
my
quite
god. Okay.
alive.
Can
Second hack
I
side.
I can wait for Trump to like finish it off and then action surge and continue, right? Okay, cool.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I will take one attack. Crit. For 17.
Crit. The dragon will die. It's already burnt and scarred body breaking under the weight of the monk's fist.
Cool. I don't think I'm with.
You can move to
Am
the
I
left
within
one.
5 feet of this
That's
one?
5 feet. Yeah.
Okay. I do a quick attack on that one to the right.
Mhm.
21.
21's a hit.
I'll give it a stunning strike. Then roll a Constitution saving throw.
It will fail and be stunned.
Owned.
Cool. And I will move behind this dragon.
Action surge.
Did you have another attack in there? Or are you just moving?
Just moving for now.
And you're action surging?
Yep, and I'm also dropping 2 superiority die.
So
All right,
9
let's see.
and
Are we long resting in the crystal cavern?
Yeah, probably.
5 is 14 plus 2 rage is 16.
I'm going ham. then.
48.
48?
48.
That will do it. That'll
Fuck.
drop the dragon. The first hack rips open its breastplate, and as its head rears back in pain and agony, you just lop it off with the second attack, leaving the quivering neck spasming on the ground as your attention turns to your nearby foes. Corin.
All right, this dragon up here is stunned.
Mm-hmm.
Well, looks like he's getting one shot. I do this. So 23, I'm guessing hits.
Easy hit.
All right. I'm doing this. I'm just clicking this for damage.
Mm-hmm.
So 15 damage.
Whoa!
Plus, I'll throw one superiority
On a
die in
arrow?
Mm-hmm.
1 damage, so 16.
16 damage pierces the dragon's forehead. It is stunned, and it kind of like starts twitching to the side as it spasms out through the stun.
Does anybody have any turns left, or is it just me?
I have to go.
Yeah, but you're okay. You're way down there. Okay,
Yeah.
one more shot. Ooh, that's going to be a crit. So I think I roll damage twice. He's super dead
yeah.
anyway, so 16. Yeah, I'm guessing he's.
Yeah. We wouldn't include all the bonuses.
The
We
bonus.
just include the extra die.
So that'd just be a
it's-
+5.
Yeah, it'd be +5, so that's 21.
Gotcha.
Which easily finishes off the dragon.
Okay, cool. I will action surge then, and I think I'm gonna look at this worm here. Worms don't fly, do they, or do they?
Worm is an appropriate term.
Can he fly, or do they just have like kind of baby
Yes,
wings?
these have wings.
Okay, so realistically, I would never knock them down mountains, right? Like if I knocked it down the mountain, I'd expect it would just fly.
It might take a tumble for a little bit before it flew. If you dropped it off like a sheer ledge, it could probably fly away. But if it's just like a hillside, it'll tumble.
So can I like so I have 30 feet of movement. If I move here and shoot him down this cliff, will that induce any damage?
No, it's only like a 6 or 7 foot drop. This wouldn't be a big deal. But if you could shove them off this way, well, actually no, you're in a valley. You're actually at the lowest point in the canyon, so you're not going to shove them off anything right
All right,
now.
fuck him. I'll just shoot him then.
Yeah.
All right, one shot, 22 to hit. 11 damage, and then a superiority die +7.
18.
All right, and then I will shoot him once more. 23 to hit.
Hit.
9 damage, a superiority die +10. 19.
19 brings it down to 1. 2 monsters down to 1 this round. And last but not least, the dwarf lagging behind the rest of the party, dealing with dragons popping in and out of water. The two things he hates the most, water and dragons.
It's true. Water and breath weapons. The dwarf.
Next time, the water's just going to breathe at you. Get you right next to the ocean, just let it spray and mist in your face.
Remember the episode when we were at IU and he couldn't understand the tides because he never left the mountain. Yeah. So the dwarf will raise his shield and he'll say, "I've always wanted to say this. Stop. Hammer time." And he'll draw the I need the hammer on my sheet. I don't have it, I believe, unless you put it in.
Oh my god.
It's not.
I didn't put it on your sheet. How could I fail to do that?
Rip. Rip, grandma.
Let me
Not hammer time yet. I can't wait.
Okay, well, I have to change this because it's not right yet. This is going to be Hammer of Zoran.
God, imagine how sick if it was the fucking Hammer of Zorro, dude.
With a mask.
Zoro uses a rapier, not a hammer. That doesn't make any sense.
Zorro
Maybe it'd be a
weapon
better
he
show.
wants. Zorro is the
That's
type
true.
of character where if he's like the house of like fencing, I'm sure if he picked up a random thing, you would know how to use it. Unless there's an episode where he proves he can't use other weapons, okay?
He is iconic for his rapier. That's how he carves his names into people's shirts. You can't carve your name into someone's shirt with a hammer. He
Have you
wouldn't be
tried?
Zorro.
Hello?
He'd be Batman.
No, but he's the type of character who he would pick it up, and it would be like when I was a poor farmer boy, my dad had me cutting wood with a fucking axe, so I know how to use one because my backstory gives me the ability to use almost any weapon I come over. I guarantee you, if that was an episode, it would happen.
Yeah, and if he was a fucking wizard, he'd be like Raceland or something. What are we even talking about anymore? He had a hammer.
Zorro.
Yeah, but it's not Zorro without the hammer. That's like...
True, it's not Zorro without the hammer. Exactly.
No, it's just...
Destiny won that debate.
A hammer of Baba Yaga.
Did I PM you the details of the hammer?
No.
Koibu, it's
I would've put it-
2020. We say DM these days. They're not PMs anymore.
I would have
That's
put
right,
it.
because they're not private.
Yeah. True! I remember back in the day, we used to call them IMs for instant message. Did you IM that guy?
Oh, that...
Oh,
that's
man.
true.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
different.
MSN Messenger was awesome.
ICQ, AOL Instant Messenger, AIM, yeah.
MSN had the best emotes. I think it's the only like smiley face that hasn't been passive aggressive.
The only problem with MSN was people could set custom usernames, and back then when I was a teenager, everybody I knew on MSN was like super edgy. So like when I would get a message, it would be like, "Boy who hides his face in the shadows. Hi." Like there's like 20 words for every fucking name. It's like their name is like the title of a post-rock song or
Yeah.
whatever, like every time.
God is an
obnoxious.
astronaut.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, sorry. We were
Alright,
talking
I
about
found it
Zorro.
finally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Digressing from the digression.
And it becomes a con save. versus DC 15 or 18. Save effect. Half damage, no stun. Okay. This should be correct now.
Okay. So it did appear on my attack sheet. still
Flintart
have-
Blue Steel, that's you, right?
That's me.
Hammer of Zorin, it should be right below your spear. Oh, on your actual character sheet, maybe not as a...
I can go into my character sheet and show it. That's it.
Yeah.
All right. Now, stop. It's hammer time. All right. Blap. Oh!
Whap
Let's
indeed.
go.
Yes, with plus 13 to hit, you crack the dragon across the face.
Shit, that's so cool, dude!
18 damage.
That's
Which is
13. That's
actually
obscure.
It's a little bit low, to be honest.
Well,
And the dragon will make himself a saving throw and pass it and not be stunned.
that's okay. We've got another one. Here we go. 28. What's a crit on this thing? Oh my god.
Too much.
33.
Too much. All right, there we go.
Oh,
30
dude.
damage on a blow. You cave in the dragon's head. It just blops beneath the water, and then the water turns a little bit reddish turquoise as the dragon's blood flows out into the rest of it. You whirl around, see this guy up here,
We're making
so far away from you. Way
very
out of your
dangerous
way.
of a short distances. All right, I
You
will.
like, here.
Right, okay, I'll do it then. I'll just lumber up the path. Oh, it's taking a long time. I'll be there in a minute.
Yeah. Seeing the mass and carnage that has happened, this dragon up here, who does roll to see if his breath weapon recharges, and it doesn't, is just going to turn and fly the fuck away, trying to back out. This wounded one down here, I'm going to give him a con save to see if he can still fly after sustaining such damage, which he absolutely can with a natural 20 on it, and will take to flight and try and fly the fuck out of the valley. Now,
Does that give me an AOO? Because I'm near
No,
him.
you're not close enough, unfortunately.
Shoot him.
His fly
Destiny.
speed is 60. They will dash
Ouch.
with their fly, so they go 120 feet. Can you still reach him?
Can I reach 120? Koibu, are you
Yeah.
serious? My range is 150, 600, but even at too far, he's never getting away. Okay, this one right here, he's flying, right?
Uh-huh.
Wrong. He's dead. 17 hits.
That is all you needed to hit. The dragon drops out of the sky, careens into the ground, and splats.
Nice. This guy, he's flying. How far in the air is he?
He's
like-
120 feet away from you, maybe 20 feet up.
Only 20 feet up, really?
No, he's trying to fly low and far.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
trying
have
to
a
get
conversation about what does it happen if I trip attack or push attack a flying creature? Can I disrupt their flight?
I think if something is knocked prone while flying, it falls to the ground.
Are these
So
huge
if you-
creatures or large?
Medium or large.
Okay, yeah, trip attack it is then. On this guy right here, okay?
Okay.
Attack for 30, hits.
Hits.
15 damage, superiority dice, 1. So he needs to make a save, I think DC 17, to not be knocked out
Strength
while
save?
flying.
Wow.
That does not go well. You catch the dragon. He slips, wobbles, crashes into the ground.
You take falling damage from 20 feet?
He should.
Yep. He will take 2d6 falling damage. Why don't you roll it, Steven?
2d6?
Destiny? Yep.
It's rolling.
8 to the dragon as it hits the ground. Second attack if you want. It's prone, so you'll have disadvantage.
Yep, I already used one attack on this guy over here, so.
Oh, okay, so you already made your 2 attacks.
Yep.
The rest of the party, the dragon is 120
Oh.
feet from you.
I will move 30 feet this way, I guess, if that helps me.
I think Zai is the only one who can reach it.
Yeah, I
No,
Go on.
I have. Oh,
You
but
both?
I don't want to go back and pick up my javelin later.
I look on and I would just say, shouldn't we move along to the cave? And I skip my turn.
Very in
Oh.
character.
The dragon struggles to its feet, lumbers forward, hops into the air, and flies as far as it can. But it doesn't get very far because it had to take a half move to stand up, and now it's got this arrow in it, and it's flapping. Corin, you've definitely got at least another round
Duh.
of shots at it if you want.
2 shots. 19, I'll do another trip attack.
I wonder if I can, like, help your roll. at all?
Yeah, the dragon goes down.
19,
Doesn't
just
matter.
die. Yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of plummets into the earth, tumbles, rolls.
Take another shot as he's
Comes to a
falling
stop.
to hit his falling body with another Ichurl arrow. Because fuck these guys.
All right.
Uh,
And moments after they arrived, the dragons lie dead, scattered about the valley. Only hatchlings, but a lot of them.
can I cast Aura of Vitality on the party?
Is that a spell in your possession that you have memorized and spell slots to cast? Then yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, why would we do spell slots?
Just to heal everybody. You want to get healed?
No,
I'm
we're traveling, so we're gonna be
96.
sleeping. We're fine.
What if we fight again?
We literally are
super fine.
short resting tonight, so we should be able to expend as many hit dice as we want in order to fully.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
should be fine. We should all have like 10 hit dice, so we're good.
I just want to do something cool, but yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. That's all right.
Okay. You guys make your way up the valley, one hex at a time. Can I get another D20 for... I'm sorry, another D100 for encounters?
Okay.
You pass by a herd of peaceful polycanthuses near the top of the valley on the next day before you set out for the Crystal Caverns. You find yourself more or less rested. And one more D100, Thorbjorn. No, you just fought a bunch of green dragon wormlings. Let me see if there are even enough in this area for you to fight again. Because they do have a fairly large territory, and I think you've killed the group that is here in the south, so no encounter this day. This is where the Crystal Caverns are. This is where you guys will take your rest, and we will take a short break as our party arrives in the caverns.
But the experience, since we're taking,
We need a long rest for that.
but we're gonna take a long rest in the
here.
caverns.
In the caverns, yeah. Are we? Can we? Do you want to do it when we come back, or?
Why don't we do that when we come back?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh god, hold on. I just got a thing on my thing. Got a thing. Okay. And we
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Empires of Arcadia. Our players are in their cave with the glowing pools. Let's bring us there now. And you're going to spend a week here resting.
And for the viewers, Koibu just told us that we're getting exactly 1,000 experience for killing the dragons.
The worms.
It's actually exactly 35 experience for killing the dragons.
That's
It's
not
one
enough
below
for
what I
me.
need. It's actually, he said that we're getting 2 full levels and a Baba the Yaga's hut.
But so are all of the enemies. So now everyone has a Baba the Yaga's hut.
It's isn't there a TV show about that where they all like race little robots and they all fight each other?
Robot Wars.
Yeah, that show's sick. They all have like little like
I love that show.
things on stilts that attack each other. Yeah, it's fucking sick. Always one person that gets my obscure references. Just had my back that time.
So what weapons are you laying upon the swirling stones?
How much XP did we get?
Oh, well, we'll figure that out, but I want to know what
The
weapons
flame
you're
tongue.
laying on the stones before. I mean,
I am
they're irrelevant. They don't matter to each other, but
I am putting the Zor.
they have
By
them.
the way, you're camping that thing. You're literally a CS:GO player on that thing.
Yeah.
Like nobody else is, because Koibu's gonna be like, yeah, some goblin just took that. Bye.
Yeah, I'll sit and I'll stare at it for a week.
Leonard, when you put that hammer on the thing, I'm just going to ask you, are you really sure you want to put your treasured heirloom onto this unknown magic?
What's the worst that could happen?
Explodes.
I'm typing in a chat. These are the items I'm putting in the pool.
Oh, Jesus.
What the fuck?
I fucking might as well, dude. It's not like it's magic. It's not gonna run out. It's like my
So you're putting
goddamn.
all of these
Hell
on
yeah.
one single one.
Well, I'll spread them out to different ones, I guess.
There's like 80 pools in.
Yeah, these is my.
Yeah, well then, if you guys gonna do multiple items on one pool at a time, just let me know which ones are on their own and which ones have, which one are shared.
Oi, monk! What's the worst that could happen?
I don't know. You could, maybe the stone sucks up the magic in the hammer instead of the other way around. I don't know.
Before we put everything or anything, we want to we haven't been here in a while. I want to do a full quick tour of the cave to make sure there's no one in here.
Oh yeah. This is what the big brain play here.
Yeah.
Can we do that? Do we have to move around or?
You guys don't have to move your characters, but you can check out the place. It is empty. There are no other monsters here. There's some squirrels have moved in. Maybe packets and bats are now hanging out in the cave. Life has sort of returned to it, but only in small forms. There's a badger. You can see some
Aw.
droppings, like a bear sometimes must sleep here, but you must have arrived while the bear was out. That sort of
That's
stuff.
kind of a big deal.
It's a bear.
A bear? Are you kidding me?
You guys can
Well,
easily kill
We
it.
literally
big
just
deal.
slaughtered 6 worms in like 1.5 rounds.
Yeah, I just one hit a dragon.
All right. I mean, I just think if if it was us, all four of us, and we're in a cave and a bear lives there, that'd be a problem.
I mean, if we were
But I-
legendary warriors.
But I guess we're not legendary warriors in real life. Feels bad, man. Yeah, Sag.
Look at Devin. He's scared of a bear.
Yep.
So have you decided what things you're placing by itself and what you're gonna group together?
If nobody's
So-
coming anything else, then there's a pool. How many pools do we have available for us? Do you know, or do I need to count?
Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I count 10.
Okay, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, right now I'm occupying 6. Trump's putting 2 on one pool,
Just
so
need
that's
one.
7.
Koibu, can I ask you some questions?
Yeah.
Is this? It's probably not very in character for me to risk this artifact in any way. And although I'm kind of torn because we put the flame thing down, it made it awesome, right?
Mhm.
But I don't really understand the magic of this cave or the nature of it. Is there any chance or check or anything I can do that would surmise the? Did we talk to the wizards about this cave?
think you left this a secret.
No,
Fuck.
no, no.
I
We
think
talked.
you-
We told
I
them
thought
about it.
we told them about the book there, and they said it was like a great source of magic that had lived there a long time. Do I have any indication that like this will be a beneficial effect if I do this?
Most likely, it'll be fine.
You don't have any indication. How should I say? There is no indication that these pools will affect your hammer in any way, shape, or form other than your past experience, which has been beneficial, which has been sort of like overcharging them. If you think that a hammer might interact with the pools in a different way, you could try to make an Arcana check to see if there's some reason that might happen. But if your weapon's strong, like I can't imagine it affecting it adversely unless there's something special about the weapon that wouldn't do well when playing with other magics.
I will do an Arcana check. Okay.
Yeah, you don't really fucking know, but like,
Can I get someone over here to,
Yeah.
like the monk? Can you do some spiritual thinking?
does anyone have a higher Arcana
Well,
ability?
maybe. Okay, the only like I just trying to play at devil's advocate here. Maybe since the hammer has a curse, apparently, maybe that curse gets amplified and just affects everybody when amplified.
True.
But probably not.
Okay.
You're
Well,
probably
you
gonna
know,
be fine.
I'll
Keep in
walk
mind-
up to
Real quick, too.
I'll walk up to Thorbjorn and I'll stare at that pole and I'll stare at the hammer, and I'll just
Ooh.
my -1 check. I got a 15.
Trump
Yeah,
remembering the old
also-
Shaolin temple.
Don't really have any reason to suspect it would hurt the hammer.
Also, keep in mind that when we've done these in the past, the effects have always been temporary. I believe when we left our weapons here for a week, it wore off in a week, right, Koibu?
That's exactly right.
So if it does do some really bad shit, it would be incredibly out of character for this to like permanently destroy something. We've never seen that before. And we left a variety of magical things here before, and nothing seemed to be negatively impacted. So
Yep. Okay. It's just like if Flint like loses the hammer, it's like his life is over. He just kills himself, right? Like he just drowns himself. Like that's the end of it. How about we put it there for an hour, Koibu, and then I'll pick it up and see if anything happened.
Yeah. You leave it there for an hour, you pick it up, and it seems pretty much normal.
It didn't do anything.
No, maybe an hour is not enough time. Like the hammer's already pretty fancy. You know,
Yeah.
you're already getting used to like swinging around this stunning, thundering hammer. It might take you a little while to notice the differences. Maybe if you like used this hammer for 100 years, you would know everything about it. But it's still a pretty new magic item for you.
That's fair. Okay.
Did we try putting on any items other than weapons before, Steven?
yes, I put my magical arrows on, and I believe I think I put my bracers on, and they gave me an additional +2, or they might have given me a 10% or 20% damage. Koibu can remember.
It was a 20%.
20% damage boost for my bracers, and
Holy
there's
shit.
yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, I will also put on a Braces of War on another empty pull then.
So do we have more than
Bracers of
10?
defense?
But did we try putting normal items on them? That doesn't do anything. It has to amplify existing magic that's already there,
I
right?
believe we did try normal items, and I believe nothing happened.
Yeah, for sure.
So right now we've got bracers, phase blades on one, gloves of war on another. What else did you want? Corin, you wanted to put your bow?
I wrote everything down. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Can I just do the sword?
I'm so sorry, Coy. If this is too obnoxious, then you can tell me.
No. I just need a quick
Gotcha.
notion of what people are doing.
Yep. Okay.
Bow, sword. Okay. And then it looks like there's room for the remainder of these amulet, or bracers, amulet, ring,
Mhm.
lightstone. Perfect. Yeah, there's plenty of room. Plenty of room for everything. Okay. Can I
I'll put-
get? Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'll put a ring of protection, ring of acid resistance on there. Just those two. They're the only. Wait, and my cloak of protection.
Okay, so then you're gonna have to stack some of those things together.
What does that mean?
It means that there's not enough pools for everything to get its own, but there is one left if you want to put all 3 items on the one.
Why would you not want to do that?
I don't
We
know.
don't know. We haven't had
You've
anything.
never done anything other than giving each item its own pool. There's no idea what it'll do.
Oh,
I mean, it might do the same thing. It might do the same thing, a less effect. Maybe it'll combine them in a new and interesting way. It could be anything. Who knows?
I don't like anything. I'm just gonna chill.
Okay,
I'm good.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Wait, are you not even doing the hammer?
I don't think so, man. I think, look, this is the sweetest shit I've ever had in a Koibu campaign and ever gonna have, probably. And I'm just not gonna tempt the DM. I think I'm good.
Koibu would have to be such an incredibly massive dick, and it would be incredibly strange that this hammer that has survived through over 1,000 years of being in this swamp, plus has been like the crowning achievement that it like dies in the pool of magic.
I'm not worried about it dying. I'm worried about it like fusing together. Like this is now a mountain. And like
just do that in a pool on its own. Just do that in a pool of its own.
Okay, so we have one pool of its own left.
That we have there.
I'll put the hammer there for a day and watch it. And if it does anything weird, I pick that shit up.
Well,
it's going to be doing weird shit. It's a magical pool.
Everything, yeah.
If it does anything different from the other weird shit it does.
Fortune favors the bold.
If anything strange happens to this incredibly rare magical hammer that we're bathing in a pool of magical light, let me know if anything weird is like everything is weird about this. Everything is strange about this.
Basically, it's like if I'm talking to a crazy homeless person, they start talking normal or something. Like I'm going to be looking for something that's crazier than normal.
Okay.
Crazier than crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
It starts glowing. It starts turning different colors.
Well, you know what? Why don't you give me a perception and an arcana check? Because you're paying close attention to this thing. You're trying to see if anything weird's going on.
15.
Right?
This is my seed. 10. 15's good.
Yeah. So the swirling lights sort of mix with the hammer and create weird patterns. I talked about how there's like engravings on the hammer that tells like a story across it of like dwarven history. And you can see those figures sort of like, they almost look like they're moving, but when you like really, like when you touch them, they're definitely not moving. But when you sort of just gaze upon them, it almost looks like they're animated slightly.
I pick it up. I'm not gonna fuck with this. I just can't. I can't do it, dude. I can't do it. I can't come all this way and then just have this thing become a fucking carrot. I just can't. Like, I'll lose it. Imagine me going back to the fucking king and being like, well, we got the hammer and did everything, and then I turned it into a fucking stick because I thought it was a cool idea.
But imagine attacking with it and just like molten lava appears from the shockwave.
Or doing like 8d6 damage a hit or some crazy shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's more likely that it fucking poops itself. So
that seems like a possibility. Okay.
That sounds great. Yeah. Wonderful. All right, you guys wait for your week in here. And can I get everybody else to make me a perception and an arcana check? Wow.
Oh.
That was a persuasion in there, Thorbjorn.
He's trying to persuade the magic to be better.
Okay, let me sort through these here.
Dude, what happens if you get a negative in a D&D campaign? Did he forget something?
You lose a level. Just level drain.
You just lose a level.
No. Like, I think when you roll -1 like that in Arcana, that's how conspiracy theories start.
You become a flat earther. You no longer believe in medication. If you get sick, your character just dies. Why'd you do that, Koibu?
So it's maybe day 4 or 5 that Corin first notices something wrong with the cave.
Well,
I know Koibu so well. I told you he's gonna fuck us.
Real quick, notice something wrong. Koibu, you better talk me through this quick. What am I noticing? Is the cave fucking shrinking or what?
No, the cave is still sort of lit with the shimmering lights from these pools, but they seem more dim. They seem weak.
Okay, this music is very creepy for just dimming pools. Yeah, Quarren starts to address the rest of the party. Hey guys, might be running out of juice in these pools here. Maybe time to leave?
maybe the thing is going to cave in and suck us all in, and we're gonna die. Like, I know a lot about magic like this. It's very scary.
Oh, if it's gonna cave in, I don't think that changes what I said then. Time to leave.
Are we not waiting a long rest here?
Can I start removing one item per pool, starting with my most worthless magical items, and see if the strength of the light changes?
Sure, it'll take some time to observe. There's no immediate change, and the dimming of the light seems to have been a very slow effect. It's not like all of a sudden you have a brownout.
Mm-hmm.
You're just coming back into the cave one day after like taking a piss, and you're like,
Am I
"Isn't
getting
there something a
old,
little
or
off about this?"
Yeah.
Yeah, you're having that moment of like questioning things.
sure?
So you can remove a couple of items. You still need 2 more days to finish out your long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys going to interrupt your long rest or keep it going?
I think we finished it.
Yeah.
Well, what happens? So I guess I'll remove. So these are the items that I put on. I'll remove my. When I take the lightstone off, so it's already been on for 4 days. Is this thing like ultra fucking bright now, or is it the same shit?
I mean, it's still shedding light within the cave just as it was before. You notice no difference in it yet.
Well, the range was 30 feet before, right? Isn't it 30 feet radius or something?
Yeah, you guess you'd have to wait for it to be dark and then go outside and like shine your lightstone around and shit, you know?
Okay.
Because the lightstone won't shed more light when it's already bright. Like it doesn't increase the ambient brightness anyway.
Am I allowed to? I don't know how meta this is, or in terms of like testing it. So a lightstone casts no shadows. Couldn't I theoretically put it on the ground, go outside, and just look at the bottom of my hand to see if it's lit, like 40 feet away? And if it's lit, then I know the lightstone.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
sure.
can I just go outside and check if it's any farther than the 30 feet that it normally is?
It doesn't seem to be any farther than 30 feet it normally is.
All right, I'll remove the lightstone. I don't know if my mind can get any more shielded, so I'll remove my ring of mind shielding, the amulet of non-detection, and I'll leave my 3 ethereal bow, braces of archery, and the ring of free action on.
Yeah. The next day, the darkness shift is enough that Zai also can notice. I'm sorry, Thorbjorn also notices it and can call it out. Oh, and Zai too. You all have the same round. Now on the last day, or penultimate day of your long rest, you can tell that the cave is quite a bit dimmer. The light is now coming from the lightstone mostly to illuminate this place rather than the pools that are swirling.
Well, we've ruined everything. We're actually very human.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
I'm half elf. Okay. I'm not
Oh,
all
true.
bad. Calm down.
So about that 1,000 experience.
Yeah, let's do experience because you did kill the dragons. So let me find
1,000.
dragon XP. Ooh, actually, Thorbjorn, I'm sorry,
No.
but we'll get 675 from those 6 dragons.
Wait, really?
No.
They only give 450 each. They're CR2 creatures.
Wait, how much do the
Yeah.
phase spiders give?
The phase spiders, I think, give quite a bit more. I think they're CR3.
How strange. Interesting. Okay. How much did we get? You said
675 for each of you.
I think there's something strange about this hammer.
I'm 260 XP away.
Nobody cares.
Wait, what's going on about the hammer? Nothing.
I'll wait
It's not
till-
even in a pool,
where
right?
Where did Zai go? What the
Zai
fuck?
is out taking a shit, man.
You can't
Even
AFK.
old men have to take a poo.
That's what our breaks are for. We need. All right. I'm gonna give him shit when he
I'm
comes
not
back.
talking
Okay.
about Trump. I'm talking about Zai. You're
Oh.
looking around. The old man's out in the woods, like
Taking a
doing
shit.
his daily business or doing some meditation.
Taking a
or
fucking
whatever's
4-hour shit. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. How much EXP was that? I'll just do them.
675.
675. Okay. So 675. Wait. What? Am I also 675? Okay. 5E leveling. All right, I do level.
Lucky for some.
I don't think it does anything.
You're gonna get some hit dice.
That's a 1d10. That's the average is 1d. It's 6, right?
6 plus 3 would be
9.
9, or you can roll it.
No, 96. is great. Happy with that number. And then I had a question about Paladin. So at level 10, there is an ability called Aura of Courage. Is that a devotion ability or is that a paladin ability? I think it's a paladin ability.
That's a paladin ability, or of courage.
Okay, so start at 10th level. Friendly creatures within 10 feet of you cannot be frightened while you are conscious.
Yep.
That's no one is scared
none
anymore.
None of your allies will be afraid if they're within 10 feet of you and you're awake.
If they are frightened and then I walk into their 10 feet, what happens?
They can't be frightened.
Excellent. That's very cool. I believe that's literally all I get though, right? On this level up. I think it's Aura of Courage, is it? Let me see if my spell slot's changed. 4, 3, 2, 4.
My level is
Nope.
huge.
It's Aura of Courage. Yeah, it's just Aura of Courage. That's
Okay.
it.
All right, so I got Aura of Courage and some HP.
Yep. And Ziz, you didn't level, right?
Wait, don't you get level 10 paladin?
Yep, but level 10 Paladin doesn't do anything.
No. It does, because everything goes like, oh, you get a new dice and shit like that. So many of your abilities get a new dice at level 10.
Level 11.
What?
We'll never get there. Yeah. I get improved Divine Smite at level 11. As well as another spell slot, but that's it.
Huh.
At level 10, I just get a new aura for you guys.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Level 7, Barb is huge for me.
Well, the week passes in the cave, and by the end of the week, the light pools have emptied, and they're now just dark crystals.
Good, fuck them.
Okay, Flint's gonna whisper is like, should I not tell them about you?
What?
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 No?
I must not have understood that dwarven reference.
No, of course not.
Okay, let's go to the giants.
Corin scratches his head for a moment. You okay, dwarf man over there? You sound like you're a little bit confused.
Everything sounds good.
Okay. All right. Disappointingly, none of your gear seems to be affected.
What?
Really?
Not even a little?
Yeah.
Elon Musk stopped investing in his supercharging stations out here? What the fuck, Koibu?
Why would it be the good time the first time and not the good time the second time?
It's because you plugged in too many plugs into the outlet.
Wait, it's shorted?
Maybe.
Wait a second. Never mind. We don't have any
It's
tablets on us, do we? We turned them all in, or do we have any?
We don't have any on us.
I wonder if the tablet in the middle was powering
Yeah.
the stuff in the cave. We should, just for the fuck of it, we should come back and drop a tablet on the middle, see if what happens.
Didn't it take like thousands of years to make it big in there?
Yeah.
Maybe, we have no idea.
I don't think those books are that powerful. I just think one was there for a really long time.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But
You say that until, like, what's the main wizard guy called?
It's like Joe or something. I don't even
I can't
know.
remember, but he gets the last book and then just like Sith lightning us, going, "I am the Senate."
And the campaign ends.
Yeah.
Right. It's time to climb a mountain, and this time is going to be tough. You're going to be going up some pretty sheer areas. The monk can sprint up most of them without any problem. The ranger can turn into a little monkey. and
I have a
I
ring
don't-
of free action. I don't want to use the monkey. I like being a human.
Sure. I think
You
the
mean a
ring of
half-elf?
free action will help you with difficult terrain, but climbing might still be.
Really?
I'm still going to be impacted. Let me check. I don't remember the ruling on this one. Because you could easily, you could walk underwater without problem, but pulling yourself up is a little bit different because you might not like. The check is to see if you can even get the handholds. You know. It's slightly different than being like slowed by the currents of water or being restrained by grasses.
What happens if you're killed as a monkey while in the amulet of the monkey?
Questions for the party, not for me.
Hey, Zai.
Yeah.
If I'm running around as a little monkey here, and I lose my head in that form, what do you think happens?
Well, I used to travel with a goblin named Grub. You too. He would just turn back into his old self. I imagine that's the same.
It's actually crazy that Zai is that old that he remembers that. That's actually nuts.
So the Ring of Reaction will remove difficult terrain for you. You can't be restrained or held or grappled, but you'll still have to climb.
Okay, so I guess I'll be a goddamn monkey. All right.
Okay. And that leaves a climbing check for Ziz. And Devin, how did you get through these checks?
I'm fucked.
Did you just climb?
No, you had
Yeah.
I thought he had the monster, or not the monster. Didn't you ride the steer or some shit through the mountains?
I
He
did,
was
but I
riding the
don't.
elk.
I don't
Oh,
think
okay.
that goes straight up a cliff, does
Yeah,
it?
this is going to be a different sort of climb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
this is
almost
gonna be
positive that we
an
didn't have to
ascension.
roll at all before. Like
That's true. Before you didn't have to. No, there was one roll. I think Ziz had to make a roll, and he's got like plus 50 on the check, so it was almost meaningless.
But now the
And,
elk doesn't work anymore.
So you've been moving through the jungles and the mountains, and now you're coming to this section that like goes way up.
Oh,
not just
okay,
the
okay.
normal up and down. We're at like a special part
Gotcha.
of the mountain.
So we're not
that
using the
rises.
Skyrim horse or whatever. Okay.
Right, you're not. You can't Skyrim horse this one.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna need an athletics check from Ziz and Devin.
I've already rolled.
That is terrible, Ziz.
Yeah.
Athletics. Boom.
That's great, Devin.
Thanks.
But Thorbjorn gets a little caught. He's not used to the altitude. He's used to the mountains and the cold, but at sea level. And this up here, he starts getting nauseous. He ends up puking on the first day after you make it maybe another 1,000 feet up. It's not going very well. And I will roll special checks over here. No, don't have to worry about that. And we don't have to worry about that. So the first day of climbing, you can see not much. You get above the jungles. You get out where you've got an unobstructed view to the horizon, except for the wall on one side of you, but nothing else. Let's get more athletic checks for the next day from the two of you, as the rest of the party keeps pace.
Athletics check. Dupe.
I've learned from my mistakes.
The second day of climbing the mountain nets you about another 1,500 feet of progress. You are well above the mountaintops now. From your position, you can see small green dragons flying off in the distance to the south, sort of moving in one little flight of dragons. That's what they're called, wheeling together as if they were gulls or something, circling prey below them. You hear that night the sound of something heavy pounding on the mountain from well above. You hear it more off of the mountain itself, like the vibrations off the stone rather than traveling through the air. There is indeed something massive and large way up there. It is also on this day that you see to the north a larger worm. A green dragon that is not a wormling, a full-grown adult green dragon at the edge of the island, landing, flying low to the ocean, kind of skimming along it almost, and pulling up, crawling into the woods on the north coast. You don't see the dragon leave, though.
Okay, wait, where does it, where on the map does it end up
So
exactly?
you guys are in this hex, where we're here, and you saw the dragon fly in towards this hex from that direction.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. But you don't see it again. Third day of climbing, and before you make your athletics checks, I would like everyone to make me stealth checks. Very good.
I want to roll low. Oh,
Ooh, very bad.
very good. I want experience points, Koibu.
Wow, we actually all succeeded. Except for
Yeah.
Bork fucking fucks everything up.
And then can I get perception checks across the board too?
Oh, baby.
Oh
Oh!
my god, you fucking
Oh!
did it. All right, and everyone else can bail. 25 is the magic number here.
Wait,
Flint,
what?
25 is the magic number. You spot some sort of large, disembodied, lidded eye floating in the sky. It's sort of this grayish color, and
Beholder?
it's above you, and it sort of like blends in with the clouds. Most people wouldn't have noticed it, but you, catching your breath, huffing and puffing with your head pointed at the sky, just happened to catch the movement. And as you gaze upon this creature, you can see that there is a large, maybe about the size of a human's head, eyeball with a lid over it and little bit eyelashes, looking down at you guys from the clouds.
It sees us?
It's looking very clearly at Thorbjorn, who is at the edge of a mountain. He's found like a little ledge, and he's pissing off into the wind and just like watching it blow away.
I stop Corin. Oi, lad, take a look there.
Hey, do you think that fucky eye thing saw us? Does it look like it did?
It saw Thorbjorn pissing off the wind over there. I'm sure of it.
How far away is this again?
It's well above you, maybe 500 feet or so.
500.
It's within range of your bow.
It is in range of my bow.
Can I Arcana check it? What it does?
Absolutely, yeah.
Because it's not human, right? Or it's not. Or sorry, it's not non-magical. It's obviously magical.
I mean, it's a
14.
giant floating eye. It's got to be magical. It's probably some sort of clairvoyance spell, some sort of weird version where instead of like just seeing it in your mind, you actually have like an eyeball that flies around and looks at things. It's definitely some sort of divination magic or a bizarre creature that you've never heard of in your entire life.
Hold on, wait a second. I'm sorry, just to be clear, you said that that's a divination spell? This is very
could be.
important. Oh, it could be, because
Could be.
I do have an amulet of non-detection. I don't know if that shields in a radius or just me, but that should protect from divination magic. Just to remind you, so that we don't fight about this later, anything that's at the top of my sheet is what I'm currently wearing. So I have, yeah.
Love it.
Okay. We could shoot it, or keep going. Doesn't seem to be doing nothing. I'm guessing it's some kind of alarm system for the cloud giants.
Seems reasonable, but do you know how far your range extends on this amulet?
I don't know at all, unfortunately. Because
Maybe
I think
that's
when
why
it
it's
was,
looking at Thorbjorn, not us.
yeah, it just depends on how close we are. Fuck, there's literally no way for us to test this, is there?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
There is. What we do is you put on the amulet, start making a lot of noise, see if it notices you.
Well, no. I want to know if the protection extends to you guys, or if it's just me wearing the amulet of non-detection.
I don't know. Yeah.
Probably just you.
Do we have anything that like helps us scry or uses divination magic at all? Anything of us? That doesn't sound like it. Okay. Well, fuck. Okay. I would assume then that it's probably only me, so it doesn't matter.
I probably have a spell that I can do.
It doesn't matter. It might not even be divination magic. It might be an actual.
Well, do you want to shoot it? Wait, I could actually dispel it, but it would take an enormous amount of effort, like a level 3 spell.
I'll shoot at it, Koibu. Fuck it.
Let me read this.
You said
real quick.
he's only 500 feet high, right?
I'm not casting this.
Yeah,
I'm just reading it.
disadvantage. Go ahead, make your shot.
Make your shot. We're standing on even ground now, right?
Yeah, you're on a flat part.
Yeah.
part.
Okay. Yep. Just making sure. Okay. I will be shooting it. What is my penalty when I'm shooting at longer range?
Disadvantage.
That's it.
Yeah.
Easy. 23.
23 easy shot. The arrow flies through the sky, embeds in the eye.
Oh shit! What if-
And I think the eye drops from the air and just like plummets.
Does it like explode? It's 500 feet up?
No, it falls until it's so small you can't see it anymore.
Oh, it wasn't like over our platform. It's like falling all the way.
No. It was like above in the sky and it's like, boo.
Okay. Yeah, well, we need to make a decision real fast here, guys. If we're detected by anything in here, you know we have to kill it immediately, correct?
Why?
Because whatever detects us is probably going to alert the cloud giants that we're here. So there's no time to hesitate or second-guess ourselves. If we feel like somebody's detected us, we need to eliminate them as quickly as possible in the hopes of not alerting any giants to our presence. Do you understand?
Would it not be the giants that we did alert?
What do you... What?
We alerted the eye is if anyone has the alarm okay, so if you have a house and you have an alarm system, okay, it calls the cops. It's gonna call the owners of the house. It's probably the giants themselves that cast that spell.
Probably,
right?
yeah. But what I'm saying is, if something sees us, we don't know if they know instantly or if it has to report back or if it's giving them active vision. So it's better to just kill things immediately. If we see something that is like detecting it, we just need to kill it immediately instead of like running around it and letting it see us and like spy on us and shit like that.
Okay, yeah, all right, that makes sense to me. Yeah.
All right, give me athletics checks today, boys.
Wait, we're still climbing?
We're still climbing. I mean, unless you guys want to just sit there.
Oh shit! Okay, I'm
Still
misunderstanding.
want to ascend the mountain.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, 23 and 25. That is enough. That'll get you there. You reach the edge of the clouds, or you're so close to the layer where there's like a nice hard line where you can basically like reach up and grab a handful of cloud. You're approaching that point when you hear the rumbling in the earth again. The stone vibrates. And out from the cloud steps a foot. A gargantuan foot comes down out of the clouds, finding a foothold along the mountainside. And you might have noticed that even with sort of kind of crappy athletics checks, you've still been making progress each day. And that's because this mountain is designed for the giants to get up and down. There's a lot of handholds, there's a lot of ledges. Giant feet need like wide spaces to stand. It's been pretty easy going. And this giant is coming down to meet you. Now, you're probably there's not like one large ledge where everyone's standing next to each other holding hands and singing Kumbaya while this giant appears. You're probably a little bit scattered up on the mountainside. So now is the time to ask, who's climbing in front? What's your position on the vertical order of who's climbing where?
I'm probably usually in front or Flintheart.
I'm just to understand correctly, the giant is coming to meet us, you said?
All you see is a gargantuan foot stepping out of the clouds on the path that you're headed. You know, it's not that high above you when it starts to step out. And I want to know who is in the front of like the climbing party. Who's in the front? Who's in the bottom?
Probably me. I'm probably climbing up top.
Probably
So-
second.
If we're still climbing, I'm almost certain that I would be in front. Because I would be because then I would have my amulet of
Yeah, but you're a monkey on Zai's shoulder, aren't you?
Oh, is that how I was
climbing.
moving? I don't just skip because I'm super athletic or whatever? Oh, okay.
No,
then...
no, you've got terrible athletics. You got great acrobatics.
Oh, okay,
Right.
gotcha.
I imagine I usually hang out near the back if those two want to be in the front, and I'm helping them along whenever I can.
So it's Thorbjorn at the front. No, I'm sorry. It's Flintheart at the front, Thorbjorn second, Zai pulling up the rear with a monkey on his shoulder when the giant steps out of the clouds.
How can we get distances?
See
How
what happens
how far away is this from us?
side of our break.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Empires of Arcadia. Our players are climbing a mountain when they spot a giant coming down. But before we hop into whatever is about to happen, whether it's democracy, debates, violence, bribes, who knows what it is, we got to figure out where our players are from each other. So we know Flintheart is at the top. Flintheart, you rolled really well on your athletics check. So why don't you roll me a D6, and that's how many 5-foot squares from the very top you're going to be.
The top of the foot?
The top of, where the cloud layer intersects the mountain.
Yeah.
So you're 5 squares down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to bring you over to a map so we can all look together. And it's going to be a very plain, basic map. All right, Thorbjorn, you did even better than Flintheart. You can roll me a D4 to see how far you are below Flintheart. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're down here. And Zai, you are going in bursts. So you have either like just caught up to them or you're waiting for them. So you could be in a huge range of places. Why don't you roll me a D20 for how far you are below? Not far at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, of course, Corin is in monkey form adjacent to you. Mm-hmm. When you see this foot stepping down off the mountains, any vertical travel is going to be require climbing, which means you're going to need your hands free. So shields, weapons are going to have to be stowed before you climb up. The spots you are right now are relatively stable. You can kind of stand. We'll make athletics checks or acrobatics checks to see if you can like do something while holding onto the mountainside. If you want to spend your turn getting somewhere stable, we'll sort it all out when we get there. But climbing is going to significantly change the way that all of this works. Flintheart, you're the first one up. You see that foot popping out of the clouds.
Oh! No! It's what? There might be a bit of a problem here.
What is that?
That is a foot.
Is it just his action, or do we all have the opportunity to act here?
You can all act, yeah. I was just calling on Flintheart first because he was the closest.
Do I have a stable platform by which I can stand on, or is it like very sheer?
You have monkey form on top of Trump's shoulder, and he must be at a relatively flat platform because he needs, a few feet to start his vertical ascent. So there's probably room right next to him that you can pop off and stand still.
Yeah, I would like to do that and remove my amulet. I will switch out for my amulet of non-detection, and I think I will slot an ethereal arrow, however that works.
Time for negotiation, perhaps. Why don't we cut out to it?
Another giant foot descends the mountain.
If you want to talk to it, you need to talk now, because I'm not letting it get much closer before I shoot.
Oi! Up there!
The giant bellows down to you. He's about 40 feet tall. That means you are the size of a chihuahua compared to him. He bellows down to you in the common tongue. You there!
Good day.
This would be considered a huge creature, I'm guessing?
Yes, gargantuan.
Oh, gargantuan.
Yes.
Wait.
The giant grasps the mountain with one hand, kind of leaning off and back, and pulling off of his shoulder a huge axe.
He's leaning on the mountain?
He's got one hand on the mountainside.
I'm going...
Wait, Jesse, hold on!
Sorry,
hold on.
Too late! I'm lawyering. Ready?
Dude, just fucking talk to him! He hasn't done anything yet! We haven't even agreed... Hold on, can I say one more thing, then you can shoot him?
You can say...
Go! I have the arrow fucking drawn!
We greet you as the leaders of Bravo and the Thane of the Dwarves.
Oh.
Nice.
The axe comes to hang down below him. So he's holding on with one hand, hanging with the axe by the other. Or hanging the axe by the other. And observes the climb.
What do you mean? he's just
watching you. Yeah, he's taking a look. taking in all the information of these like little
Okay, so we
chihuahuas
have
climbing up his mountainside.
We got a minute. We seek a book.
Wait, are you just dragging him on the sheet, or is he moving closer to us?
He's moving closer.
Hey, you giant fuck! Talk to my friend and stop moving closer to us.
That one is not as quite good at the arts of speaking as we are, but he does mean business. He has quite an arrow there. Anyway.
What is your business? The
We want a
giant
book.
bellows.
Or maybe it's 2 books. We've kind of lost count, you see. We've been doing a lot of things. Very busy. That's a very nice axe you have there.
What book?
The one on your nightstand.
The giant rolls his eyes as if that's like a proper description. You're like, hey, buddy, I need a book from your house. You know, the one on your nightstand, as if that's not super fucking creepy.
I think the Thane here means to
one on
request
my nightstand.
your stone tablets. We know that you have magically inscribed stone tablets. We are looking to acquire the 2 of them. We come perhaps to trade.
The hamsters churn in his brain, and he shakes his head and waves his axe as he does so. No, no, no. Those are not for you. How do you know we have them there? Why have you been inside my home?
Well, you see, our
my
plan was
father.
to be inside your home, but then you walked by. So now we haven't been inside your home, and we actually aren't now.
Also, I would like to shout out, I think we're allowed here as we've been invited by your friends as well.
Oh. Yes, invited.
By whom?
I don't know, by one of your cloud giant friends up there. We can't pronounce your names too well. You said the squirrel's returning. This guy can't be that smart, all right?
He's not that smart. But his name is also Darian, and he's pretty sure you can pronounce that.
I don't know. He hasn't asked me to try. We're small things.
Yeah. And here you are, knowing his nightstand, coming for these books, which maybe you have underestimated how much he values. Because he takes his axe,
Okay.
flips it over in his hand,
I've-
and begins to chant the words to a spell.
Okay, hold on, because I've got a fucking arrow drawn
Yes,
here.
Destiny's
Okay.
ready to
Well,
rock.
you can make a shot. You've got an arrow notched and drawn.
True. Are you ready? I'm about to lawyer
gonna-
the hardest thing I've ever lawyered in my life. Are you ready?
Bring it on, baby.
I
I'm
have
so
a battle
excited.
master ability called disarming attack. Does it work on his axe, even though it's huge? Can I make him drop his axe?
It'll specifically say if it's not, because all my abilities.
Yep, it
will
does not
say-
specify on this.
If it doesn't specify, then it should, because it says if the target is large or smaller on literally every ability I have.
Mhm.
So if it doesn't, then yeah, it 100% should.
When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can spend 1 superiority die to attempt to disarm the target, forcing it to drop 1 item of your choice that it's holding. You add the superiority die to the damage, the attack's damage roll. The target must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, it drops the object you choose. The object lands at its feet.
Okay,
Yeah, I think you can target it.
ready? I would like to disarm the giant of the cliff. If he's holding onto the cliff, I should be able to shoot his hand,
I get
use a
what you're
dis...
saying.
Yeah, and make him fall off the fucking mountain. Can I make the shot?
Make the shot.
22 to hit?
22's a hit.
Oh my god.
Okay, he needs to make a DC 17 strength check.
Roll me some damages first.
This will be the most
Sorry,
metal
one.
thing that Destiny's ever done at this work.
so cool. I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
this is fucking super
boy.
cool.
And the giant will make his strength saving throw. What does he need to roll?
I believe it's 17 or higher.
A 30.
Oof. Okay, well, he's still there.
Let's roll initiative.
Wait, he can't fail. That's cheating, but...
Wait,
1d20 plus 16.
Now, if you're very, very clever, you can reverse engineer that and figure out his stats. You can figure out his strength. You can figure out his proficiency bonus. If you're clever, you know a lot about that giant from that roll.
Oh my Jesus Christ! I know too much about it.
Roll initiative for the part. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Go ahead, party. Because you're
He's just
all
gonna
go in
fight
one
the
go.
leaders of the island and the Thane and the Dwarf. Like, he didn't give a
Who
fuck.
knows what he's doing? He's rolling initiative.
Well, wait. I also want to see like what is this guy's How much damage did I do?
His HP bar is right there. He's just.
Oh, easy. Dude.
I
This
jump
guy's
off
gonna
the
get
cliff.
one shot.
I jump off the cliff.
All right, Thorbjorn. You see the arrow fly. Whoops, right, he's up here. And that's your signal to attack.
Can I climb up and go to his left?
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to make me a athletics check. And you can climb at half rate.
I fucking die.
Not your weapons up. Oh my god, Thorbjorn. You go to make like an easy jump to grab a handhold to pull yourself up like you've been doing the entire time, and the rock you grab breaks and you begin to fall. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
At advantage.
Oh, because you have danger sense?
You're
Okay.
definitely in
I'm
danger.
fine anyway.
Okay, you tumble. So you instead of going up, you drop, but you roll really well, and so you only drop to about like here. So that's going to be 5-10 feet of your movement, and you've only made it down to you've lost ground instead of gained it.
Okay, so I still have enough to make it all the way up.
Yep, but you're going to need to make me another athletics check to get the 30 feet, which will take you 60 feet of movement, which will basically be your whole turn, because you've already used 10.
Wait, but I can.
You also
no,
need
no.
to stay 15 feet
I have-
away from me. Oh, you're good. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So I have 40 feet. I just lost 15. There's 25 to go to here.
25 to go to here.
No. Here.
He's saying it takes double
you
your
want to go
effort.
straight up? Yeah,
Yeah.
it takes when you climb at half speed.
Don't come.
so it takes
Don't come
50
straight to me. You're gonna get
movement.
fucked. I have a stun hammer.
Okay, I guess I'll climb over here then.
So that'll take 60 feet of movement if you can pass an athletics check.
What save did they make against you, Trump?
Easy peasy. You
On,
just
I think,
scramble your
which
way.
is not going to work.
I think I put my action surge.
Okay. You get over here and you find a spot where you can hold on to the ledge with one hand easily, put your feet on the ground, no problem, and swing with your free hand. As long as you're using a slashing or bludgeoning weapon, you should be good.
We can flank him, right?
Wait, okay. Let me. So you were saying that from what my tiny player brain is telling me, you're saying that there was like places for this giant to like grab onto and like
he's-
stand on easier. So if it's so big that he can like put his foot there, surely there should be easy places for me to actually stand and fight.
Absolutely. But he's 40 feet tall, so they're like every 20 feet or so. So every now and then you're going to find like a nice
Right.
big platform that's easy.
All right. And Thorbjorn is, or sorry, thingy is Flintheart is like a director across from me, so I have advantage at the moment.
Yeah, you're attacking across him. I guess he's sort of flanked. His feet are flanked. You're gonna have advantage anyway. He's like holding onto the cliff, and you're
Well,
holding on the
I
cliff.
fucking rage and I action surge and I attack twice.
All right. Swing. Whoosh. Critical miss on the first one.
No.
Oh, you're flanking,
It's,
right?
It's a 12. But
Right. So
it's,
the 12 is just a swing and a miss. And
But the
18
27
comes, the 27
27 is a crit.
critical.
I can also add a precision attack to the first one, but I think like 12. This thing, I don't know if it's gonna have really low AC because it's so fucking huge, or if it's just gonna have like badass AC because it's badass.
We don't know.
I think I'm just gonna go for the crit.
Okay.
And
Roll
I'm
that flame
also
tongue, and then add me 2d8.
I'm also gonna add a trip attack, which doesn't do anything except damage because it's large.
Right.
But I will add superiority die there.
And
There's the-
damage.
Yep.
Right. So 12 and 16 is 28 plus 7. Roll me one more d8 for the superiority die because that doubles as well.
One more D8.
Yeah.
41.
I'm counting 30, 39. 6 plus 8 plus 8 plus
Rage
6,
damage?
2 plus 7
Rage
is
damage?
39. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Don't you
6
rage for
plus
2?
8 plus 8 plus 6 plus 2 plus 7 plus 2. 39, yeah.
Yeah. Gotta bring him down a few squares so I can. Oops, there we go. Next player character.
I'll take him on. I want to just get so. Do I see a platform that I can get to that allows me to stand? Because you mentioned they're every here
Yeah,
and
I'm
there.
drawing them on the map right now. Yeah. So the closest one for you to stand on is actually below you, or like about where his waist is, because he's climbing down. Not necessarily the most advantageous, like the easiest route, but the route that puts him in the position he wants, because he's got such great strength. So right now you're going to need me to make you're going to need to make me an athletics check so we can see how well you can be holding onto the ledge, if you're in a position to attack him or not.
Well, my intent was to move to be able to get on that ledge to take him on.
So you want to
It's
you're gonna have to
athletics check
climb
no matter
up
what.
and then like get in front of his belly. So give me that athletics check to see if you can scramble up here.
It's an athletics check no matter what. 20.
It is, and with a
Yeah.
20, you will easily slip your way up here, and now you can get between him and the wall. So you got your feet planted, his abdomen is in front of you, and then he's like going up and down.
All right. We
Some might call this the most optimal position.
are pulling out the hammer. If you don't believe I'm a Thane, let me show you what we're made of. And we'll strike once. Let me find the hammer button. Oh, hammer button. A 16.
Collides with his belly.
Good. And 25.
He will pass his con save, but take the... he's actually immune to thunder damage. So he'll take the 15.
Okay. I guess he's a cloud giant, so they got hit by
That
lightning.
does make sense. That's fine. Okay.
Koibu, why does this guy keep moving?
You know what
I
I
have to
really
move him
like
to
is that
adjust his HP every time.
Oh.
Koibu gives me a legendary artifact, then throws shit at us that resists its damage. And it's
It's not my fault that you got the legendary artifact right
You
before
knew there was
went.
only one more thing.
You didn't have to do it last. You could have done that thing a long, long time ago.
True.
All right.
Is it
yeah,
possible?
Level 1 versus the cloud giant sounds good. All right, I got another attack.
Can you also can you just extend the map upwards a bit, and then we can see the HP, and we don't have to move our shit? I don't know if that's really hard to do or not.
I guess I could do everything down 1, 2.
Or that. Okay, cool, awesome.
31.
Is another hit.
Okay, I'm throwing a level 2 spell slot on this one for Divine Smite. I'm guessing he's not immune to radiant damage. And I apologize for always doing this, but I believe it's 3D. What's the damage?
Doing a second level spell slot, it'll be 3D 3D8. 3D8.
Is it 3d8?
Yeah,
So
sure. Why not?
hammer plus 3d8.
It can be. So that's going to be 29 points of damage.
I will
Another
then.
con save, which he passes.
Fuck, this guy's nuts. Okay, I will then bonus action Shield of Faith.
Okay. Oh shit, we did all of this assuming you could make... What's your movement rate? Fuck, we did all this assuming that you could get there and make an action the same round.
Uh-oh.
I think that's pretty fair to do.
No, because you have to climb vertically, so your movement rate is halved.
Yeah, but I was really close to him. I was like 5 feet away from him already.
Yeah. That's why I'm trying to figure out what you had to move 15 feet, which takes 30 feet of movement, but you're a dwarf with 25 feet of movement.
It was a little bit less, and I don't know. Like, it's like I rolled 20 on the athletics check. Like, I think this is like
all right.
this
yeah,
is a
you
wash.
rolled a 20 on the athletics.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Who
It's
knows
fine.
these things?
True.
It's fine. Whatever.
All right.
Down below.
I would like to make another shot at it, okay? Now, I'm aiming for his hand, okay? You might think that he can hold on, but it's a pretty scary world when you got a little dude down here. He's got a bow. I look like a non-intimidating guy, but these are hurting a little bit. And if he did lose his grasp there, that's a long fall. I bet even this guy has never fallen that
Long
far.
fall.
Okay? 21 to hit.
Easy hit.
As I'm shooting at him, I want him to be scared of me. So I'm going to pop a superiority die here. However, I would like to use a menacing attack So for a menacing attack, I'll put it in chat here. Sorry, it adds all of them because I don't have it individually. But
Right.
when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 superiority die to attempt to frighten the target. If he's frightened, on a failed wisdom save, he will be frightened until the end of my next turn. I believe that gives him disadvantage on all ability and attack checks.
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay.
Passes the save.
He passed it. He passed one of them. Okay, so 13 damage, assuming he's taking full damage from my attacks.
Yep.
Okay, then I would like to shoot one more time. 17 to hit.
Hit.
And then I will expend 1 more superiority die. 9 on that, and I'll try to frighten him again.
And roll me some regular damage too, please. Wow. Okay, and another wisdom save. 26.
I'm going to
This guy's nuts. These saves.
pop my action surge here, and I'm going to take 2 more shots. I really wanted to be afraid of me, Koibu.
I hear you.
10 plus 2 is 12.
You are hurting the cloud giant.
Good. I want him to hurt.
13.
And that's a
there
fail.
you go.
Okay, cool.
After taking a total of 4 shots from you, the cloud giant looks down at you with some combination of fear and respect, being like, what the fuck? This little chihuahua is killing me? This hurts.
And then I will take 1 final shot. No superior. Oh, I'm sorry. I just clicked the wrong thing. Ignore that one. 28.
28's a hit.
9 damage.
And you're popping another superiority, did
Nope,
you say?
I'll save it. I don't need to.
Okay. Zai, last one to go.
Yep, I was just checking on this thing to see if it was going to be affected by being gargantuan, but it looks like not. Okay, I'm going to run up the wall 50 feet and go try to stand on his
Ooh,
foot.
wait. Did it not have to run a saving throw for being stunned by the hammer?
He did. He passed all the saves.
He's insane. Yeah, he passed everything.
Is this about right on where his foot would be?
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay, I'm gonna go stand on his foot, and I'm going to just start slicing at it.
Pulling out the daggers and just like carving at his leg, trying to rip it open and make him bleed.
Exactly. So I stab down as hard as I can with my phase blade. 24 or 23, depends on if you consider this flanking. Or
Either one, it's a hit.
Okay. Great, and then I attack again. Oops, wrong one. Phase blade. 22 for a 10. After that, I use a flurry of blows to do 2 unarmed strikes.
No stunning strike?
No, I'm not gonna bother.
Does he need? Does he do a strength
hit.
save against a stunning strike?
It's a con.
He also has like disadvantage on saves, right? 'Cause
He
he's
does have
big.
disadvantage on saves right now. Yes.
Well, I'm doing this flurry of blows. It says you spend 1 chi point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. When hit, impose one of the following effects on the target. I think this would be a fun one to make him try to do a dexterity saving throw or be knocked prone.
So dex save or be knocked prone.
Wait,
Yep.
what about the 15 feet away from you? Oh,
That's a strength saving throw.
bro.
Yeah, he fails his dex save.
Oh shit.
And he
Oh my God.
tumbles off the side of the mountain and begins to plummet as he falls.
Is he falling quickly or is he falling slowly?
He is falling quickly.
Okay. How fast does he fall? Do I have time to shoot at him on the way down?
Did you hold on? He still has to take his
Oh
turn.
yeah, let him go. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Alright.
he doesn't just
Okay,
fall right to the
and
bottom.
here's my final attack. And 24 for 8 damage.
Kick him on the way down.
About how far up are we?
Thousands of feet.
Cool.
Is all this including your plus damage item?
Yes.
Okay. As the giant tumbles, he will get his action off as he falls. He casts a spell, and I think, Corin is going to be the person closest to range for him to cast this spell.
He casts on his way down.
Can
He casts on his way down as he passes Corin.
can he cast
Wait,
a
we
spell
all get
on-
opportunity attacks as he leaves our frame as well.
Forced movement does not create opportunity attacks.
That's correct. I looked this up for shove. However, is he able to cast a spell on me being frightened of me?
I don't think frightened means he can't attack you. He just gets disadvantage. He cannot willingly move closer to you and has disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws, ability checks.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's really
casts-
casting as he falls? That's insane.
Oh, absolutely. Well,
Okay.
we can get into the fighting tactics of giants at a later
Sure.
point in time.
Okay. Why not?
But he will cast a spell, and I need you to make me a contested by a creature's strength check.
Okay.
Not
I
a
mentioned
strength
I was
saving throw?
I mentioned I was on this guy's foot, by the way, so I'd be following with him.
You are falling with him.
Yeah. So I'm also in range of this spell if they want. I'll
No,
be
but
near
it's a
his
single
foot while
target
following.
spell, unfortunately. Let me just look up the thing, make sure it's working correctly. Do creature. Contested by the creature's strength check, not strength saving throw, Corin. So just give me a click on your strength button right there.
Just a strength check?
Just a strength check. Yes, he is casting telekinesis upon you.
Jesus.
And he's going to roll a 18. He's going to roll a 21, and you're going to roll a 4. So what he does with telekinesis is he's going to attempt to move a huge or smaller creature. If you win the contest, you move the creature by up to 30 feet in any direction. He throws you 30 feet off the mountain with his telekinesis spell.
Directly? Are we talking like straight off the mountain? Like off
Perpendicular
parallel?
from the mountain. He just flicks you,
Okay, gotcha.
and the two of you tumble. How far can you fall in 6 seconds?
Well, rules as written,
Who
you
remembers
fall
physics?
500 feet instantly.
Acceleration due to gravity is
9.8 meters per second, so...
Koibu,
This is a question that's been asked before.
I jump off after the giant.
Okay.
It says in the world of 5e you fall 500 feet. How can that be?
Yeah, but we're not. I don't think we're doing that.
Yeah.
It would be
No.
9.8 divided by 2 times 6 squared for falling in 6 seconds.
Someone do that math for me?
Well, 10 divided by 2 is 5 times 6 and 6. I don't know why I'm just not typing this in the calculator. I'm so sorry. Speed on the actions.
58.8 meters? Is that correct?
Falling is quick. 6 seconds of free fall? That's a lot of time to fall.
That's 180 feet. Okay. So you guys will plummet 180 feet. Zai on the foot of the giant, the giant just tumbling, and Thorbjorn leaping after the giant.
Real quick, I think it might be
Orin.
more. I think it's like 180 meters or 170 meters.
I got 58.8 meters just by Googling, but that could be a bunch of bullshit. I don't know.
By the way, I just want to make sure that because I'm losing rage while falling, right? I guess it like,
Yes.
yeah. So I want to rage right before hitting the ground.
Okay.
Wait, why did you fall, Ziz?
I am jumping after it.
You're jumping?
Yeah,
Why?
to finish it.
That's fucking metal, dude.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
you've been moving
dude.
at 58.8 meters per second, but you would have only fallen half that distance.
You're gonna like ride the
Oh.
giant like Gandalf?
I'm gonna try to like lunge after it with the like sword. Like, can you imagine
about
like
100 feet
landing
down.
on it? Like how badass that would be? Just like plummeted into it with like all that weight.
You're about 100 feet down, plummeting with the giant. Everyone's falling except for Flintheart, who is the only saint attached to the mountain, not falling to their death. Next round.
I just
while
sit
you
down and
guys
have
are
a
in
beer.
freefall-
Okay, wait, hold on. This is important. We got to make sure we're getting our physics right. I'm linking you a physics calculator.
The only Destiny would do this, dude. Like,
Well, because we're falling up far away. Okay. I don't
according
wanna-
to the transversal velocity of the quantum mechanic, we are actually only falling at 7
Okay.
meters per second.
I linked you this.
Uh-huh.
So I believe it's like 180 meters. I think. So it's like 580 feet is what we would drop in 6 seconds.
What? Where? The
I
thing that
linked.
you get-
I linked you a calculator, so it's got acceleration due to gravity, and then you can type in time of fall. Just put 6 seconds there.
Height is 64 feet. Oh, nope. Hold on. I can't type, apparently. 6 seconds. 580 feet?
Yep.
I thought there was something called terminal velocity, which is as fast as you can be moving downwards.
That is correct. I don't know what the terminal velocity of a human is, though. Terminal velocity of human is 200 kilometers an hour. I don't know what that is in per second.
Wait, man.
It's fine.
Oh my
We're not going
God.
to worry about terminal velocity right now. We just need the first 6 seconds of
Wait,
free
man.
fall to see who was in
But
range. Yeah, what's up,
before you
Zig?
start calculating my damage, like there is like a max on fall damage, right?
Yes, there is a maximum.
Okay,
it is
just making
20
sure
d6.
Okay, that's
Oh,
fine. Just
it's
pretend
about-
I'm taking half of that.
Terminal velocity is about 165 feet per second, if you care. So there you go.
Okay, thank you. So you're in free fall right now, guys, except for the dwarf.
Okay.
And we're just going to continue our round more or less in free fall with I guess it's going to be Zai and the giant are the closest ones together. Everyone else is tumbling after them and falling down.
I don't know why, but okay.
Thorbjorn, I don't know if you can do anything until you catch up to them, and I don't know how you can catch up to them. I think you just have to like prep your fall.
Wait, that isn't true, because if you've seen skydivers, if somebody's like falling like that, they'll be falling slower than somebody who's like I'm like launching with
Channeling
my
our
sword, right?
skydive experience on the island.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, give me a
Okay.
dexterity. Give me a dexterity check, an acrobatics check to like, or athletics, your choice. I don't care.
Athletic.
To give yourself a nice dive. It's okay. It's a decent dive. You got a 10 at least. That's what we're really going for here. 15 or 20 would have been better, but you'll be fine. So you are catching up with them. I think it'll take you 2 rounds to catch with an 11 on the roll. Corin, you've been flung off as the giant fell past you, so you're probably, I don't know, maybe 100 feet above him in free fall. If you want to make a bow attack in free fall, you can do so, but you have disadvantage to the attack rolls.
Disadvantage.
It's hard to brace yourself in free fall.
I don't need to brace my. I'm just floating around shooting arrows.
And
I'm about to
Zai.
5-head the shit out of this.
Okay, do I see? Okay, Koibu, I can see the ground. Yes.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, I'm not gonna like you all of a sudden hit the ground in one turn.
Oh.
I'll have at least one turn to react. Correct?
Oh, wait,
You guys
wait.
are going to be falling for a long time.
Totally
I'm
fine.
still raging. It's 26. I have a 26 on my athletics.
Oh, because you
still
attacked last
raging.
round and jumped off.
This
And
is
so
like
you
literally
made-
like this is the same round even. It hasn't even been a round. It's 100%
So
on.
last round is when everything
I
happened.
just ended
and you
my
jumped
turn.
off. We're going to the next round where you're all falling.
Well, I'm about to. Oh well, as soon
Right,
as
right,
it's
so
my
you're still
turn,
raging.
I get to attack
Yeah.
anyway. I can use the javelin throw.
You're still raging. So it is a 26. So you will actually catch up to them and land near the giant's head. And that'll be your movement for the round, is just like diving down after them and catching
but I
up
can
to
attack,
them.
right?
No, it's going to take your whole movement to get down to them.
Okay, cool.
Zai.
Well, I'm falling. I can
Yep.
take shots, right?
Yes, you can make shots at disadvantage. Zai, you can do as you please.
So you guys are having a fucking battle in midair? Is that what's
Listen,
happening?
have you ever
right
watched Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings? Didn't he kill the one fucking
now? That
thing
is
this way?
fucking
Balrog?
metal
Yeah, the
as
Balrog.
fuck,
Bucket.
dude.
Okay, do I get disadvantage and
episode.
disadvantage cancel out since he's free falling? Do I have advantage on the shot?
No, you have disadvantage at shooting at him free fall.
Okay, I don't care. I hit him through disadvantage. My ethereal bow 21
Hits.
will be a hit. 13 damage. Show me the damage. Good. One more. 15
Hits.
hits.
Oh!
9 damage.
The giant takes arrow after arrow after
Mm-hmm.
arrow from Corin. His left leg is cut and bleeding, scraped into the bone by Zai.
Do
His
I have?
belly's all fucked up with this huge mace blow onto it?
Am
Is
I
that
able?
Slashes against his leg from Thorbjorn, yeah?
Am I able to move in the air? Like move myself to the side as I'm falling, or how does that work? How are we doing this movement?
Give me an athletics or acrobatics check, and we'll see if you can make a little bit of movement, but it'll be like difficult terrain. No, you have a ring of free action, don't you?
I do, and I'm wearing it.
Is it equipped?
It is. These are the only 2 rings I have: ring of free action, ring of mind shielding.
So it's not difficult. Don't worry with the athletics checks. You can plummet at the same speed as him, or you can move side to side at a cost of getting farther and farther apart.
Okay, cool. So I want to move 30 feet, so I'm aiming it this way. Do you see this
you're-
movement?
Yeah. So
Or we
you
can
go
trig it
over-
out if you want.
Right. But if you're going to go 30 this way, we're just going to say you're going to go 30 that way. So you'll be at 90 feet above the giant instead of
So-
60. Is that cool? But you'll be directly above him.
Sure.
Is that what you wanted?
My goal is that eventually I think I can catch up because he would have a, because he's like,
You think your terminal velocity is going to be lower than his. So you'll eventually catch up with him.
I think so, especially because he's blocking air now. I'm getting like a wind tunnel. You ever play Mario Kart 64?
So you start skimming over to the side, only to see Thorbjorn like plummet past you, weapon in hand,
Good.
going for the guy's head.
Right.
Zai, clinging onto his foot, maybe somehow is going
Yeah.
to.
The way I see it is this might be just like riding an elevator that's free falling, so I should just be on the foot still.
Sort of, but you're no longer applying pressure on the foot, right? You're both in 0G.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll just slice at his foot. I mean, at
You're
his,
also going to
like-
get disadvantage because you're trying to make weird attacks. You hit him,
sure.
easy.
8. And here's
Oh,
another
right.
attack.
Give me an athletics check after your attack so that you don't like hit him and then Newton's third law, you move away from each other. Hit him and like still maintain your position.
Okay, this is a phase blade, so I think it just slices right through him, right, without causing any force.
I mean, you still impact the body. even
Okay.
if it's thumbing ethereal. Just give me an acrobatics check.
Athletics. Oh, acrobatics. You said.
Yeah, you passed them both. You're good. Your second attack is a 29, also a hit.
Great. Pow.
13. Give me another acrobatics check.
Okay. Ooh.
11
love it.
is you have +9. Okay. Yeah, you're fine. Go ahead.
Jesus.
Okay, I'm taking a flurry of blows action to make 2 more attacks, and I kick the leg as I keep falling in the air. 8.
Okay, another.
That's a 12.
12 is
So.
actually a miss.
Yep. And here's another unarmed strike. 15
15's a hit.
for 8 damage.
8. Okay.
Right. Koibu.
Giant
I
takes
mean-
his turn. Yeah.
No, wait. I've been trying to talk for 2 minutes. I was hoping that while I was midair, I could at least throw javelins instead of instantly catching up, because then I could maintain my rage by throwing javelins. So instead of getting all the way to the giant, what I've been trying to say is I could have been catching up slower, but still throw javelins at it.
I guess, but you decided and we made all the rules for everything for you to catch up to him and dive down on him.
Right, but you never said that it was going to use all my movement.
Yeah, but you wouldn't necessarily. You're in an unusual situation. You attempted something and it had outcomes that you maybe
All right,
not were
okay.
super excited
All right,
for. Is all
all
I'm gonna say. The giant takes his turn and vanishes in a puff of gas. There it becomes he just turns to mist, and there's a misty form of a giant for a brief moment as you all fall past him, and it comes to just a gentle, blowing, cloudy breeze.
Fuck.
Oh.
Yeah, he cast gaseous form, and now it's just the 3 of you falling
Oh.
down and down and down.
Well, hold on, wait, 1 round at a time.
Can't they all just take their potions and be good?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got many rounds to hit the ground.
Well, wait. So he cast gaseous form. Yeah.
Yep.
Immediately after, I would like to drink my freefall potion. Or, I'm sorry, my
Potion of
potion of featherfall. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next round, you pop out your potion of featherfall. You are featherfalling. Next party member.
I am going to try to position myself to not fall, I mean, obviously we're falling all the way and taking max damage, but I want to fall, as high on the mountain as possible. So I'm going to...
So you're going to try and aim back for the mountain.
Yeah, I'm swimming towards the mountain, so to say.
Same.
Okay.
But I'm not
You're
going to
gonna-
drink my featherfall potion. I'm going to rage right before I hit the ground and leave a fucking dent. I'm going to smash the ground. There's going to be
Well, if you're going to try and impact the mountain, it's going to be more of a hit and a tumble and a slide, or maybe a bounce off or something. So this is the way we're going to do it. If
Wait.
you guys are just going to try and impact the mountain on your fall down, it's going to be an athletics check to grab the mountain. I'm going to figure out a good DC on this. A failure would mean you just bounce off, you take damage, and you start falling again. A success would mean you hit the mountain, slide down, and come to a stop, taking fall damage.
when Zizaran like flies into the mountain, doesn't he do it like Goku getting hit by an attack and it like creates a crater and then there's actually ground underneath the crater and he like stands back up and climbs out?
I'm sorry, I've never seen any Dragon Ball. I don't know.
What? In any anime where someone gets knocked into a mountain, literally any one of them, pick your you can't tell me you don't watch anime.
But those are all Gundams. He's not a Gundam.
It's not a
I'm-
Gundam. It's just a dude.
I'm like level 9. I'm
He's
kind
a
of a
fu-
Gundam.
Like he flies in, it creates a hole, and he's like Nandawa, like pulls himself out, and he's like, and it's like he's
Right.
good.
Or he flies in the mountain and tumbles down the side and gets fucked up all the way down.
That sounds like a boring way to interpret reality. I
I think like hitting a mountain and becoming a tumbling landslide is not boring. But give me
Okay.
some
I-
athletics checks or some lawyering.
Well, I mean,
I tried the anime argument.
I would
I'm out
argue
of
I get
ideas.
advantage because I'm like intentionally trying to smash into the mountain and I'm going at such a speed while raging. I'm like smashing into it.
I think you get athletics checks, advantage on athletics checks while you rage anyway, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
true.
Yeah.
Then I would argue like a +5 or something. I think that's fair.
Would be your athletics check. Wait, what? You get a +5 on top of advantage? Is what you're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. For cinematics, it makes sense.
For
I mean, it's
cinematic.
snow, isn't it? So he would just fall deep into the snow. I don't
no, it's
think
not
the
snow.
bouncing thing makes sense.
I think we're on rock.
There's no snow. It's rock.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
a big.
Yeah, I don't mind that it's rock. I'm
Oh.
gonna go like fucking
Gracious.
fist first into it.
You have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
And I can also try to aim for like one of those like things where the giant would normally step.
Well,
That'd
give
be
me your athletics check at advantage, and we'll see what the dice tell us.
22.
22. You're going to be good. You're going to slam into the mountainside. You're going to take some damage, half because you're raging and it's bludgeoning.
Yeah,
So you're going
I
to
used
take.
my second
Why don't you
rage.
roll me 20d6 and take half of that?
Jesus.
And Zai, you also are tumbling.
Whoa! Holy shit!
36 damage.
Yeah. That's
That's
a
fine.
yeah,
average
whatever.
roll, huh?
That's like one hit. It's fine.
So
Zai, yeah?
yeah,
Give me something.
I'm
for
such
me,
an
it's a little
idiot.
bit
I'm
different.
such a moron.
Monks are extremely graceful, and I just, as the ground fast approaches me, I do some special monk maneuver. Must be like a duck and roll or something to land extremely gracefully.
Okay. So when you fall, you just slow fall. Okay. I guess you can make me an athletics check and I'll just cut the DC down to crap because you are just literally falling more slowly.
Sure.
Yes, a graceful, light old man. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, here's my 20d6.
You take half of that as well.
No, I take 50 less.
Oh, 50 less.
Just a
Okay.
straight 50.
Just a straight 50 off the top. It's not a big deal.
So I'll take 28.
So I believe the mountain is now stacked with Flintheart. Then Corin floats and comes to a stop. Then then Zai floats to a spot. And then Thorbjorn tumbles and makes a crater in the side of the mountain and steps out of the crater, bellowing and raising his flaming sword to the sky. But the party is now spread out over the mountain climb. Darian the giant is gone.
Well, wait.
Turn to miss.
He's turned to mist, not gone. He should still be visible, though, yeah?
I mean, how visible is a little bit of mist from how far away?
I
right?
saw a fucking eye, and so look, Flintheart is having a. Oh, what's up? We're okay. Yeah. Thank you. I'm gonna. Sorry, office.
Yeah.
Flint has been having a beer on the ledge. And just like is looking around. Like, so could I just see if anything's
Yeah. Give me a perception check. See if you
All right.
can really see that misty form while you're up here near the clouds, high in the sky. Yeah,
Ooh.
you can kind of see like this vague misty area where the giant is that's sort of blowing around, but your allies are pretty far below you. I don't think you can shout to them. you want to do something about it, Flintheart?
How close is he?
He's about 130 feet below you.
How is he near the mountainside?
Totally, but it's not a him, right? It's just sort of like a gentle bank of mist kind of wafting around.
What if I swing my hammer into this gas? What happens?
Who knows? I don't know. There's only one way to find out.
How
It's mist, right?
So I've got to climb down and hit the gas? Is how this works? Cool.
I don't know what you want to do. If you want to try and melee the gas, you're going to have to climb down to it or jump off to it.
Flintheart looks down at his beer, looks down at the gas, looks at his hammer, looks at his beer, sighs, stands up. We're gonna try to climb down to the gas.
Okay, you're going to start to climb down. Corin, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I mean, can I see the gas at all above me? Can I roll perception
Give me a
check?
perception check, yeah. See if you can spot the mist, the haze.
Nice.
16 will do it. You can see the cloud bank still. You're
Yeah.
pretty close to it.
I want to take a shot.
Okay.
And I shoot 28. It also, as a reminder, it's an ethereal arrow too. I don't know if that'll matter or not, but
I'm gonna look at the description here. I don't know if you can hit him. I think the arrow passes harmlessly through the gas cloud.
He's not like ethereal, right?
No, he's not ethereal. He's like polymorphed almost into a form of, into like a gaseous form.
Wait, is it just Misty Step?
No, it's not Misty Step.
the only reason I'm asking is because I remember we had these potions in Odam, and I thought the idea was that if somebody actually saw us as gaseous form and like made an attack into us, that they could hurt us. But I could be wrong. I don't remember.
Yeah, in 2E you just become resistant to certain types of like you just resist.
Otherwise, this
or
would be
don't
OP
take
because you could
damage.
take these and basically be an invincible entity. But I don't.
Yeah.
But I could. Yeah.
No, it looks like I think you can still target it. The target can enter and occupy the square of another creature. The target has resistance to non-magical damage and has advantage on strength, dex, and con saving throws. Seems weird. Target can pass through small holes, narrow openings, even mere cracks. I think you can target it.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll take one shot.
Okay.
13 damage.
13 will hit.
Does he have a Can the gas climb the mountain?
You have no idea.
Well, I mean, is it moving up the mountain or is it just hovering there in one spot?
It moved from away from the mountain
So now it's
towards
hugging
the
the
mountain, and that's when you like get to your feet and pull out your bow.
Gotcha.
And take a shot.
How far away is this from me again?
I think you would have fallen probably like 300 feet below him.
Gotcha. Okay.
Maybe a little less, maybe like 250.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take a shot. I did damage. I'm going to take. What?
Never mind.
Okay. Second shot. 18.
Okay, let me just drag him over here so I can track his HP properly.
Gotcha. Also, are these? Does he need to make concentration checks to hold this spell? I don't know if there's a concentration
If
spell.
it's a concentration spell, he definitely will.
Gotcha.
Where did I hide his HP? Okay. Okay, so you did 13, and the second shot is a hit, and I think he needs to make a concentration check, which is a con save.
Also,
So he will continue his concentration, no problem.
gotcha. So second shot, there's the hit,
Mm-hmm.
and then one more concentration save. What is he saving? What does he need to get?
It's like a 17 or something.
Fuck.
I'm not sure.
God.
Save it's half the damage or 10, whichever is higher.
Right.
Oh, so he only needs to
That
hit
makes
10?
sense. He
Yeah.
needs 10, 10 or half the damage. So easy peasy shots.
Gotcha.
If you did 30 damage, it would be DC 15.
Interesting. Okay. Are we doing critical failures? If he gets a 1, but he still passes, does that count as a pass?
Oh, if he rolls a 1, I would roll some more extra dice on top of it.
Okay,
Or
gotcha.
do some fun stuff.
I'll climb 15 feet, because I get... Actually, can I just move... Can I climb 30 feet? Is it easier for me to climb if I have Featherfall? Because I can just kinda,
I think Featherfall wears off as soon as you stop falling.
Does it?
So-
I think it lasts a minute, but maybe once I stop falling it stops as well. But
I think it stops once you... At least these potions are going to stop once you finish falling.
okay, gotcha.
They're like a... Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you can climb half speed. So...
Yeah, 15 feet then.
Okay. And it'll take like an athletics check like everyone else to scramble up.
Athletics, or can I use acrobatics or only athletics?
Yeah.
If I fail, am I falling?
Only if you like roll a 1. Otherwise, you just can't find a way up. Oh, but you make it. No
Okay,
problem.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you easily scramble up 15 feet. I guess it's just you and the giant then, huh?
I'm climbing down.
You're climbing down, but you're going to take a little while.
I'm climbing up.
Yeah, but you're going to take a long time. You're way down low. What?
Okay, and I'm running up.
Yep, that's true. Okay, so on his turn, the giant will... I guess he can... Oh, no. Oh, no. That's terrible.
Uh-oh.
No, it's great for you.
What?
He was going to cast a spell, but it's a concentration spell.
Oh,
He'll
no.
have to lose his gaseous form.
Um,
Oh, no.
can I use the blink spur to climb faster to get back up?
Yeah, I suppose.
Might also want to see if this gaseous cloud can even cast spells.
No, you can't cast spells while in gaseous form.
Correct. If they were typical spells, the giants have at-will powers that are imbued to them that are not standard spell casting. They have spell-like abilities, and he will indeed cast a fog cloud, which he will center just above our dear beloved ranger. So the cloud starts maybe 20 feet above you, and then just like blankets you in a 20-foot cloud bank right above. The cloud giant, you can't see this down below, but up above, Flintheart can see the cloud giant materialize below him. You've gone around now, so you've gotten like 25 feet closer to him as you're coming down the mountainside. So you're only 75 feet from him, Dwarf, when the cloud giant reappears on the side of the mountain, looking down, bleeding from wounds all across his body.
We're assuming it's a very calm mountain, I'm assuming, because we're very high up, and it says wind speeds of 10 miles per hour or greater will disperse this. So I'm assuming it's a very, very chill.
Oh.
Well then, that's not going to last very long, will it?
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. Dwarf, it's your turn. You're the only
What?
one with eyes on the giant. You're 75 feet above him. What do you want to do?
I can climb 35 feet down and not get to him.
25. I think your movement's
What?
25?
So
Yeah,
it
you
would
can go
take me
25 feet per round.
It would take me 18 seconds to get to him from now, basically 3 rounds.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
leap?
If I jump on the giant and then hit him, that seems pretty metal, but also
Yeah.
You're probably going to tumble off the mountainside if you do it.
why?
Because if you land on the giant and kill him, you're both going to be falling.
Yeah, but I could ride him like a surfboard and hit the ground.
There you
Um,
go.
Yeah, does that work?
I don't
You
know.
could just
Like-
could just jump right before it hits the ground, right?
Wait, I've
These
always
are the
wondered
thoughts.
that. If I'm in an elevator and the
Oh,
elevator's
no.
falling and
Oh,
I jump
no.
just before the elevator hits the ground, am I fine?
It depends on how far the elevator falls. You will reduce your downward velocity by the amount that you can provide upward. So if you can
You-
jump up as fast as you've been falling, then you'll hit true neutral. But
So-
there's no way you're going to get that much acceleration.
Yeah, I've actually looked at. I was curious about this exact question. The reality is that you will have such an infinitesimally small impact, you will die almost instantly. Does unless
Better
you're
just to lay on your back and absorb with your whole body than it is to jump.
Really?
Because you want the damage to be distributed across your body rather than just like on your feet, which will break everything.
Wait,
Ideally,
so
you get everyone else to lay down, and then you lay on the top of the pile, so you have as much squish time as you can.
so if an elevator is falling at a maximum velocity, you lay down on the ground.
Yeah, but an elevator will never fall at maximum velocity. They're way too safe these days. There's too many precautions. It's never going to happen.
Really?
Yeah, elevators are fucking safe. If they go into free fall, emergency brakes come out that will stop them.
Oh,
You
sick.
need catastrophic failure to be in an elevator trouble these days.
Well, that makes me feel
Somebody's
better.
never done the Tower of Terror.
Fuck that thing. That thing's fucking super spooky. All right, sorry, back to this. Okay. So, how about this? I'll make sure I'll double move just to get closer to him. But that's going to give
Scramble down.
Yeah, but that's going to give me time. And I'm going to be like, "Oi, giant, have we learned our lesson?"
You come into my house?
But no, we were just walking around, man. We weren't in your house at all.
You spies, thieves, infiltrators, deceivers. Well, maybe not deceiver. You were honest about your malintent.
Aye.
Maybe not the brightest giant you've ever met.
So, there's two ways this can go. It's not going too good for you. Either we can, just forget about this and be friends, or, my friends from downstairs are going to come up and they're going to kill you.
Right. I think that is your 6-second turn as you scramble down towards him. Corin, there is gas above you. It'll dissipate at the end of the round for sure. You can already see it starting to blow about, but it's going to obscure your vision for at least one round.
How obscured are we talking here?
Like, completely obscured. Heavily obscured for one round.
Can I blind fire through the cloud where I saw him before? At like -10?
Yeah, sure. -10.
Okay. Shot 1. I saw where he was before. I'm feeling like popping out a 28, 29 here. Yeah.
18 is a hit. An arrow goes blindly through the cloud, catches the giant in his crotch.
Okay.
Right near the
Right in the dick.
I think it's 16. Okay, I'm feeling a 26 on this one.
Told ya.
Sorry, okay. 32. Okay.
Only a critical hit. You didn't need to roll twice. It automatically added the extra.
Oh, you're right. It did. You
for
did.
you. That's a 14 damage, as I guess you do, Prince Albert the Giant. Nobody Google that. You'll hate yourself forever. Wow. The giant will take his turn as it's not going well.
Oh, I'll also make an athletics. Sorry. As I tumble down the mountain.
Wait, that's fucked. Do you fall off the cliff?
I tumbled a little bit. I think I need to do a dex save or something.
Yeah, you're gonna need to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Or is it acrobatics?
A dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
You're fine. Yeah, you just drop back down to where you were. You lose.
Jesus.
Gotcha.
All right, the giant on his turn as the cloud dissipates. Fucking swan dives off the mountain
What the fuck, Koibu?
and will use one of his at-will fly spells. So now he is flying.
Why did he do
Style.
that before?
Well, because he thought if he just puts on the brakes and you guys all fall, then, he can do whatever he wanted. But I think it's hard to, if you cast fly as you're already falling at high speed, like, you got to slow your...
Destiny's going to fuck him up.
Yeah, I need to know how far he
yeah.
is.
There are surprisingly few options. He's in really bad shape right now.
Good.
Well, you didn't-
And he's
You
gonna
should have talked to us.
fly.
Yeah, exactly.
He's going
Like,
full Zaz right now, Koibu. We could have
We should come
negotiated.
out with- Head and bring it
People
with
know
us.
what the hell's in my bedroom, and they're coming to get it, and they're small ant creatures, and I fucking hate what the fuck. And then arrows attacking him while he's still negotiating. He doesn't trust you guys. There's no room to talk. You tried to shoot him off a mountainside to begin with. That's what started the whole encounter.
That's what started. Okay, Koibu.
I specifically remember.
You got a real police brain here, Koibu. All right. I don't know who started this one, but
100
No,
the giant
not wrong,
will fly. Down and away.
down and away.
120
What?
feet from you.
He flies 120
Well, I guess he's flying up and away. Yeah, he flies up and away past the dwarf. So the dwarf was like making his way down the mountainside, and the giant just flies past you.
Hold on. This speed here is saying.
Oh shit, 60,
60
he's already
feet.
used his action to
Yeah.
he can't
Yeah.
dash. All right, so he goes up 60 feet. So his knees are at the dwarf height, but he's like, 10 feet out, just outside of hammer distance as your turn comes around again, dwarf.
What do you mean just outside of hammer distance?
He's flying away from the cliff far enough that the dwarf can't reach him.
That's some shit, dude.
Wait, so it's our turn now?
Fly in range of the dwarf.
Okay.
It's both of our turns, right?
Yeah.
Can I take a few shots before you do anything? There's no reason for you to do anything first,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Go ahead. I'm thinking about what to do.
All right.
I know what to do.
I will take one shot. Ooh, critical miss.
Critical miss.
I'll just leave it as a miss.
Miss.
Take a second shot, 15.
That is exactly what you needed to hit.
13 damage.
So close.
Wait. So I've been like climbing, right? And I also like couldn't have fallen that much behind. So should we within 180 range?
Make another athletics check
I
to
think
climb
you're within
15 feet.
180 feet of the giant by now.
Yeah, 100%. Because like it was falling too. Like I didn't fall that much more behind it.
No, but if you only fell for an extra round, that would put you 500 feet below.
500.
Actually, yeah, you move 500 feet. We discussed you fall 500 feet in 6 seconds.
Right, but I was also falling at an angle into the mountain, and I've been climbing with the blink spear.
Sure, but that would be one. This is only like one round after, maybe 2 rounds after you landed. 1 or 2 rounds after you landed. So
But
you're
I should be within
500.
180.
I don't.
Oh.
How do you get to 180? How did you get that number?
Oh wait,
Where
is
did that
fly
number come from?
is fly a concentration spell?
It is.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're gonna need a check on that one, Koibu. Okay. Wait, what, 18?
Well, Devin can dispel his fly.
Devin, you're at his knee height, but he's just out of range. You'd have to throw yourself off the mountain to catch him.
Hang on.
Just let me shoot him. I have so much time to shoot him, guys.
Well, shoot him.
I just did.
All right.
Give me one other
So-
round. Yeah.
Then the dwarf stands
He's,
there.
wait. He's gonna move 120 feet up.
He can only move 60 feet. I don't know where Koibu's getting 120 from.
He can dash. He can use his
can
whole
dash.
turn to dash.
Oh, I still get
Yes.
shots at him if you want, but it's up to you if you want to do so.
So,
My range, I
I-
can shoot up to 600 feet. So,
holy shit.
yes.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm not gonna burn a 3rd level spell then.
Assuming,
The
real quick.
giant takes his turn.
Wait. We're
Wait.
not at the top where he can just fly over, right? There's no way we got all the way back up there yet.
No,
did
no,
we?
no.
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Okay, yeah, okay.
But this is assuming the giant can't do anything else. I mean, like,
It's up to you,
but-
Devin.
but Is there-
Actually, if he's at Devin height, if Devin's at his knee height, and Devin was originally 6 squares down, then he went up 3, then he went down 6, so he's 9 squares from the clouds. 9 squares. 9 times 5 is 40. So he's actually almost at the cloud bank. Yes, he's almost at the cloud.
He was free falling for a whole round?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, let's think about this.
Hold on. How did we do this? He free fell for a round. Then
Oh
he
my
was
God.
below Devin. We said he was 100 feet below Devin when the fog cloud went off.
He made it
So
like
either he's way the hell below Devin, or this is right.
The other problem is if it's like 2E, gas clouds like don't move that much. They just kind of hover
Yeah,
around.
they're pretty slow.
Yeah.
I think he's pretty far from it, but I don't think it's going to matter. Giant's going to take his turn.
Devin,
No,
that means
he's not.
dispel. That means dispel.
Unless
not-
Devin's doing something right now.
Here's what Devin's doing. Devin's pulling out my light crossbow that I never use, however, I have on my inventory sheet, and I'm going to shoot him in the face.
The dwarf stops his descent down the mountain, pulls out the random light crossbow back when he was a 2nd level adventurer. The old trusty weapon.
I never gave it up, dude. All right. I'm
Roll a hit.
firing. Here we go.
You hit him. Can you do 9 points of damage?
5.
Oh.
I have
Wait.
another attack.
He has to make a check as well. He's got to make a check.
Crossbows
Wait,
are loading weapons.
wait.
You can only fire
Koibu,
one per
Koibu,
round.
Koibu.
You can add a spell.
Koibu. No, even better. I could divine smite off that bitch. It's any attack.
You can divine smite on a
I
crossbow
know I
attack.
can. On any attack, I'm pretty sure.
Melee weapon?
I'm pretty sure it's on
And
hit.
you can
Let me.
range weapon? Divine
I'm pretty sure it would make
Oh,
sense because
smite
I'm
from
blessing.
afar?
I'm blessing the arrow. Yeah, or for sure. Let me look it up. Okay, it says melee weapon attack, but let me lawyer this. Okay.
No, you
Yeah,
can't.
100%.
No, don't even
I'm
try.
blessing the
Non-melee
crossbow
weapon.
bolt.
No. If it says melee weapon, it's melee weapon.
Okay,
Well,
he
then I
need.
want another attack.
crossbows are loading weapons.
Then
They
I'm
can
going to
only
throw
fire
the
one
spear
per
off
round.
my back at it, which I also have on my inventory sheet.
Yeah, you can do.
That'll take a bonus action to draw, but you can do that.
Also,
All
he
right.
needs to make
Inspiration.
he needs
Use
to make a
inspiration.
check for the fly, Constitution check.
Use inspiration, Devin.
He does have to do a con check.
Okay.
Okay, 29.
Use inspiration.
You think so?
Yeah. Just hit it.
Fine. I will. It's very unlikely I can do. I need 4 damage. I
Need
will.
4 damage.
I will do the spear attack with inspiration on hit for advantage. I didn't need it. It's got to do 4 damage.
Is this some sort of magic spear you have, Devin?
It's just a regular one. I just had it.
regular. Okay.
Yeah, it's gone now, but yeah.
Well, we can go back down. We can go to the bottom of the mountain and take it out of the corpse of this fucking cloud giant, Koibu. Use as the. Remember, this giant died because of your decisions, Koibu. He could have talked to us. We wanted to negotiate. We asked for
We
the
did.
tablets.
We negotiated with the evil eye that had that was a harder thing than this.
And you said, yo ho ho.
Giant tumbles off the mountainside to his death. Limp, lifeless. You know he can cast spells to keep himself afloat, but he doesn't. He just plummets. And as he does so, lightning cracks through the air. Winds begin to pick up. Thunder booms out from the mountainside.
Is that the sound of me leveling up?
This is the sound of the giants above watching, and in their anger, as one of their children has been thrown from the mountain to his death. They control the weather.
Oh my god, they must be so angry that this giant made such horrible decisions.
It becomes a difficult position as lightning cracks around you guys. Scattered across the mountain's ledge, we will find out what happens to our heroes next time on Empires of Arcadia.
Holy shit. That's a Monka S, dude. Wow. Okay.
Not a child, a son. Not children, could be adult children. Chat, get over it.
Yeah, was that an adult giant?
Yeah, that was an adult giant, 40 feet tall. His name was Darian. He has 2 brothers.
They
Yeah,
should
you're
have
the
taught him
one
how to
that should-
negotiate. The evil eye was better at negotiating than he was.
Well, I should have taught you guys how to negotiate.
I told him we were the Thane and like the fucking leaders of the island and shit. And he was like, I don't care. Like, I want
Told
to.
him you've been spying on his bedroom.
I just told him I wanted a
You know
book.
that thing in your bedroom on your nightstand? Can I have it? Yeah, the book. Give me the book from your nightstand, buddy.
What? That's fine.
I just want you imagine, Devin, someone walks up to your house, like knocks on your door, you know, a guy with a bunch of guns, and he stares at you in the eyes. He's like, hey, Devin, you know that amulet you keep around your neck that you don't take out of your shirt that you hide from people? I want it.
You'd be like a stream sniper. Okay, this literally happened to me. Okay, I got in a fight with my girlfriend, and I got back to my house first, and I was really bored because I locked myself out of my house. And I heard somebody playing Smash in the hallway, so I knocked on their door at random. It was like at midnight, and I was like, "Hey, do you want to play Smash? 'Cause I got nothing else to do." And then that guy's like one of my best friends today.
Nice.
And so it works. Like you just got to have a good story.
Yeah,
If he's like,
you,
"Hi, I'm the leader of
were
this
in
apartment
his
complex."
house and you saw the book and you're like, that's cool. Can I have it? That night might be legit, but like arriving to your house already knowing about the things that are in your room and their positions on your night, that's some creepy ass shit.
So the pitch wasn't very good, is what you're saying.
The pitch
I got to
was
work on my sales
bad.
pitch.
Yeah, the pitch was like, I know everything about what you've got. I've already looked in your house for what I want. It's like creepy dwarf showing up,
Got it. All right.
Yeah.
Should have let Zai do the talking.
probably.
He was too far out. That was the problem.
He was.
I happened to be the one right there. Yeah, so I fucked it up.
You know,
Right.
the people who show up make the decisions. Gotta blame Zai. Anyway, that's it for today's session. We'll
That was
be
fun.
back next week.
Yeah, I'm back on the main screen or whatever. Do we want to do outros?
Wait, can they hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because we usually say like, oh, like where are we going to see you guys next week or whatever.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay. Devin Nash is in the top left.
Hi, I'm Devin Nash. I'm at twitch.tv/Devin Nash, youtube.com/Devin Nash. I'm an industry talker. I talk about like the business stuff. And am I doing anything cool? Nope. That's it. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate you guys watching the show.
Hi, my name is Zizaran. I'm a Path of Exile player. I'll be playing Path of Exile after this all day. And I think next episode is on my channel of this next Thursday.
Wednesday.
Sure.
Or your Thursday.
My
Because
Thursday.
you're in non-freedom time. Yeah.
Hi, my name's Trump. I'm a Hearthstone player, and right now there's a cool event where you get to play multiple classes in Arena, and I'll be doing that right after the show.
Cool. I'm Destiny. I'll be streaming the Goose Game after this for a few hours. Because why the fuck not? And then Koibu, what's your next adventure?
My next adventure is going to be Tombs of Scoria tomorrow. Our party is in the middle of a dungeon. Actually, they're on their way out of a dungeon when they stopped for just one more room and found more monsters than they had in the rest of the dungeon.
Cool. All right. Well, sounds
That
good.
was fun.
We'll see you guys next week, same time. Everybody have fun. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.